What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What the fuck you feel like? How you feeling? What your titties looking like today? How your coochie feel when it woke up this morning? Is you depressed? Is you stressed out?
Jesus.
You gotta love them.
If you're stressed out, whatever the fuck it is, guess what? I am too. We gonna ride this motherfucker out together today. How
We're gonna
y'all
ride till the
feeling tonight?
wheels fall off. Good, good, good.
We gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. Yeah, we're gonna get
That's
into
real.
this shit today. What's going on, Nene?
Hey, how are you?
I'm stressed as dog shit today. I had a stressful one today. Lord Jesus. Uh, yeah, I had a stressful one today. Yeah, yeah.
And it'll
But
all work out, whatever it may be. It'll all
Yes.
work out.
I'm trying to tell you, these niggas was oh Lord Jesus, I'm trying to tell you.
If it's family,
Yeah,
woo.
it's deeper than rap. It's deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Ooh.
share with y'all before the show is over with. I'm sort of stuck in a disposition, but I get to that in a minute. What's going on, Edo? How you feeling, baby?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad I just got some great news, and I was not feeling good, but I'm much better now after the great news I just got. So I'm good
That's what's
tonight.
cracking. That's what's cracking. We
Yes.
got the lovely Mama Yoni. Lower
Hey,
your camera just a little
Mama.
bit, Mama Yoni. How you doing, baby?
Hey,
How you
Oh,
feeling?
I'm fine. I'm back.
hey.
We
Hey.
glad to have you back. We glad to have you back. We glad to have you back.
Hey,
Y'all,
Tay Tay.
y'all gotta help me with something. Okay. Where do I want to start? What's up, Shantae? I see you out there, baby. Shantae had some stuff she had to take care of today. She let me know she wasn't gonna be here today. We missing you. All right, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into my shit real quick. Then we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. What the fuck? Smack the shit out your black ass. All right, anyway. All right, let me. All right. Y'all know I'm a father, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, my youngest son, he doesn't live in the same state as me. Okay. So I wake up this morning and I look at my Facebook and I see an inbox. You know how Facebook has like in your messages, you got the people that know you, and then it's a section for people that do not know you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I clicked on the section for the people that didn't know me, and I'm looking, and I said, okay, this is my son's mother. Let me see what she's chopping up about. So I look at the message, and it's very simple. It says, "Hey Russ, how you doing? Uh, what's Aunt Betty's phone number? Thanks. I said, can you send me Aunt Betty's phone number? Thanks." So I say, okay, yeah. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I send a number. In less than 5 minutes from me sending the number, my phone rings. And it's a family member telling me. I didn't even get a chance to say that. I got, well, let me break it down. Let me hold on. What can I start this off? And I get the phone conversation, and it's telling me that my youngest son,
Uh-oh. He drinking.
y'all know I was talking about him being a star athlete, and he was on the football team and wrestling and shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, the coach found out from what this is the conversation that I get. Well, the coach found out that he was smoking, and he gave him a chance to stop smoking. And the word that was used was the vape. So I'm like, is this a vape, or is this just like a cigarette vape? So I automatically assume the worst because I'm like, if the coach is kicking you off the team, I'm like, niggas smoke squares all the time. Blase skip. So I assess that in my mind first. But then the conversation goes to, well, don't tell them that I told you this. I was on the phone one day, and and she was in the background just cursing and blase skipping. Now, the person that's telling me this is a person that has cursed me out a lot when I was a kid. So instead of being that person that just automatically jumps on the side of the kid, I just logically say, well, if he did something wrong, I could see the mother flying off the handle.
Right.
I mentioned, myself. I said when I was a young kid, you know, it was some questionable words that I heard when, I was the one that was the angle was being, put on. I heard some of those things. So I'm in this I'm in this bubble because I have not spoken yet to the woman that first initially asked me for the number for my auntie and all this other shit. So then the next phone call I get is, yeah, uh, your son's moving down to Memphis next month. He coming down here with me. So I said, well, I'm sort of like, how did this conversation take place? And it was, this is where I'm confused. I can't decipher if the mama said, look, I can't handle him no more, take him, or if somebody in my family then told the mama, because the way I picked up on the conversation was send him down here, and you better buy that ticket. You buying the plane ticket and all that shit, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just sitting there listening to all this shit while I'm trying to work. Because every fucking phone call I get, they saying, what you doing? You at work, ain't you? I say, yeah, but I'm gonna call you back. I said, no, fuck it, just go ahead because you already know you can call me. You knew I was working all fucking ready. So like, let's just go. So the whole conversation that I've gotten today is that my son got kicked off the football team for smoking, and everybody's mad at his mama for cussing, and fussing at his ass. And now he's about to go down south. And I'm like, what in the fuck happened? Nobody called and said shit to me, said nothing to me. I just caught the remnants of all of these conversations. And I'm stuck because I don't know who to talk to first because I'm trying to decipher conversations. You know what I'm saying? And in conversations, I'm being told, well, don't say nothing about this. Because I'm like, okay. With the conversation of don't say nothing about this, this is the issue. If it is a real issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting ready to go down south and reboot, then fine. My thought process is don't make it worse for him. Does that make sense? Like, this is not the time to say everything that's on your mind. If you're going to make that move and you saying come down here, then you might want to be a little easy on what you're saying until he gets there. Now, once he gets there, you feel what I'm saying? Because it's like I have an issue with when children have to suffer the effects of what grown folks do. Does that make
Okay.
sense? You know what I mean? Because when I go back to the issue of the smoking, technically, he's in the wrong. Technically, he should not be doing any of what I heard, but that was somewhat swept up under the rug because it was just automatically like, I told you that. Now let me tell you this. Now I'm mad. This is why he's coming. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel that I've gotten a serious straight through conversation from nobody. I told somebody to this today. I said, I feel like there are four sides to this conversation. I said, it's the two relatives, five sides. It's the two relatives, my son, the mama, and the actual truth. Because there
You
are
still left out part 6, sir.
what's that?
Yeah.
You.
No, I already know that. I'm talking about me assessing. With me assessing from looking at it, it's five things that I have to look at before I can say, yo, I'm about to open my mouth on this. You feel what I'm saying?
I do. Please, please, please call on me. I'm
You
gonna raise my hand.
feel what I'm saying? Because this is what I do not want to take place. Because we sit up
Right.
and talk about kids all the time on the show, right? We talk about what
Right.
parents should do and what parents should not do. I don't want to make my like with the getting kicked off the football team shit and the coach. Like that's one issue. That's what, from what I understand, that's what spawned everything off. You understand? So I can understand from the mother's perspective of being highly upset that he's kicked off the team, especially with him being a little bitty nigga, but being good. You know what I'm saying? He was short, but he was good. So I can understand that, and I can also understand being upset with the fact of him smoking anything. As far as being in your house, and you set the rules for what you want to have happen in your house. You understand what I'm saying? I understand kids gonna do what they want to do, but that does not negate the parent from having to put down the law and say that this is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a tricky one because I really got to talk to folks this week and find out exactly what the fuck is going on.
Mm.
Because the only person that has really, really talked to me, really, 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 really talked to me, is the one person that's sort of on the outside,
Looking in.
but they very close to the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They heard the conversations from one side, though. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that sort of somewhat came across the table. Now y'all know if it's a label to put on somebody, I put it on them, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was a label somewhat put on on a mother that I may not necessarily agree with. It was sort of said like she likes to kick it and go do this, and I'm like, that's not really. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, unless she had a change of heart and just became a different person. That's she's never really been the kick it person. Now, she will go to a social event, a friend's party, go out and have a couple drinks with some, go get something to eat and something like that. But she's not a kick it person. So I can never
Right.
lay that on top of her. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where you got to sort of assess the situation and use wisdom as opposed to opening your mouth and shooting off the gun and then finding out later that you was completely in the wrong. What do y'all feel about that? Talk to me, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to this other stuff.
So who you calling on first?
I'm gonna call on you, Mama, since because you look like you got something on your mind. Let's go.
I do. That's a whole problem for me. So we already have problems that we got to heal from as it is. First of all, your son is healing from you not being there. Y'all, the parenting, y'all not together. Okay, that's an issue for a man, a young man. I don't care how young he is. It's still an issue for a young man. I can get her being upset about him smoking, about him getting kicked out the football team, any of that stuff that has to do with school, his education, and how he may form the rest of his life. I have a problem way back when before they called and asked for your people's phone number. My problem is if your child who you share DNA with, y'all share DNA to make him. Why she ain't talked to you before now? Why? And she still hasn't talked to you. Don't answer no question till I get done. She has not spoken to you, period, as his father. Whether you there on a daily, a phone call, a text, money, however you there, you're still his father. You skipped and bypassed the father of your child to get in to talk to other members of the family. Like for me, Rush, I mean, I don't see that you live a lifestyle that is horrendous. I understand that y'all broke up for whatever reason. I get that. But you don't think there should have been a phone call made to say, hey, we need to talk about kid. I don't know what's going on with kid. Here's the problem with kid. What do you think that we need to do? Because I know you're not just riding rampant out here. You ain't that nigga, Rush. But you ain't that nigga. You not a nigga that's not involved in his son's life. I already know that. I know you, and I know this how that work. What reason? What was her thought process to reach past you, to bypass you with all that information? And then my bigger issue is your family. If it's your family that she called, and it's like, oh, don't worry about it, send him down here. How come? How you just gonna take somebody's kid? And I'm telling you, this touches a chord with me because as a young married mother, when he left, I was still underage. My parents took it upon themselves to take my children from me and send them south. I had no voice. I had no say so over it because I was still a kid and I had moved back home with kids. I needed to get some stuff together. That affected my kids. It made it seem like they weren't wanted by me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can that be justified? I have really strong feelings about that. And then the people who are telling them, yeah, come on down here or send them down here. What kind of relationship is that with the family? You ain't gonna call me after the motherfucking fact and say to me, oh, well, your son coming down here. Bitch, no, the fuck he not. You're not finna tell me what I'm gonna do with my kid. I don't care how the shit happened. I don't care if he was smoking and he didn't got too big and she can't deal with him. That's a daddy call. Then it's a next level call. That she just bypassed all, and I'm really upset about that. I'm very, very upset about that. Because here's the thing. We already have issues in our community about this very thing. You always hop up, you hear all these little witches talking about, oh, his daddy ain't shit, he ain't never there. I don't care how many times he hurt me. My kids love their daddy to the day he died because I never brought what we went through to them. When we separated and their weekends with their daddy came up, I didn't care if they didn't like the girlfriend. I don't care. You're going to spend the weekend with your daddy. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you ate hot dogs and peanut butter sandwiches all weekend. I don't care. That's where you're going. but I'm not gonna bypass no decision making moment. Not no decisions like that about my kid. I would be
Mhm.
that would be some bury the family type shit.
Mm.
Come on, Nate, talk to me. Come on, y'all talk to the dog. Y'all talk to the old man today. This
So,
has been
and
a week for me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this has been a complete week for me. Come on, talk to me.
I totally agree with Mama on this one wholeheartedly. Like, why in God's name would you bypass the person who you laid down with, had a kid, was married to, but I don't know how long y'all was
We went.
married.
No, we never got married. We never
Oh,
got
y'all
married.
never got married. Y'all just bed down together. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we lived together for a while.
Okay, so y'all was
Went
basically
down the list.
so y'all was shacking for a while. So you bypass. Yes, I said shacking. So you bypass basically the middleman and call your family. That bothers me as well. Like, how do you like skip a person? Like it's like a chain. It's like a chain. Like,
It is just like the first person that you call.
if
What the
something
fuck you gonna
happened to
call
my
them? Oh no.
if something
Ugh.
happened to my child and I done lay down with a whole entire dude and I done been with this man for some years, and then you not say anything to me, no nigga, I'm coming to choke slam your ass. That's what's gonna happen because you didn't
See
even
that part.
respect me. You didn't even respect me enough to even talk about our son that we share together. Then you go call somebody in my family? Absolutely not. Then
Right. And see, this is my problem.
and
Ooh,
see,
and
and then
that's
I
my
see,
problem.
and knowing
Well, see,
me.
hold on
Wait,
one
wait,
second.
wait,
Let me
wait,
say
wait,
this.
wait, wait. Time out.
Yeah,
Number one,
you gonna
I
you
really don't
just
even have a good relationship with my family, so they know I will pop off at any point in time. But I will have to chew the family member out because you gonna allow a person who's not related to you to talk about my child that I nutted all up in.
Let me be
I,
real.
I
Okay. Let
mean,
me give
let's
y'all a
keep
little
this
history. Hold on,
real.
let me give you a little history. Let me give you a little. Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just on one today.
No,
It's been a
I,
long day.
just let me
It's
give
been
you a
a
little
long
history.
Baby, you good.
Let me just give you a little history. You know, I told y'all I have 3 children. My first 2 children's mothers, we didn't get along
Right.
at all. We had all kind of issues. My youngest son's mother is the mother that I got along with. We, the issue formed with us when she moved out of town. Okay, when she moved out of town, she initially didn't tell me. Now, check this out. This is the thing about the family that makes it interesting because my family and her have always had a cordial relationship. They've always been able to talk, communicate, and be chill with each other. So to hear, for me personally, to hear that my baby mama didn't talk to somebody in my family, it's not so far fetched for me because that is something that has been because they have been it's been a connection between them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying like on my family side of the thing, I can understand them saying send them down here. You understand? I can understand.
and I'm not mad about that. I'm
No,
not upset about that.
I get that. So I get what y'all saying too, but I just want to give y'all. I'm gonna give. No, I'm coming to you. I just want to give y'all
The
the
logistics, the
real of the
background.
situation so that y'all don't not. I don't want nobody to because listen, this is my life that I'm talking about right now. So I don't want to
Understand.
get no opinions without being truthful and being honest about everything so that the opinions that I get back I can eat them up and like I can run through them in my head and find out where they are. Does that make sense? So
Hmm.
um it's just a crazy place that I'm in right now because it's like I have so much to say to so many different people, but what I have to say to one is not what I have to say to the other, and what I have to say to the other is not what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? So my mind
Right.
right now is trying to collect all of my thoughts so that I
Understandable.
can say, all right, Russ, well, this is a decision that you've made. And from this point on, we're about to run in this direction. Whether it works out or does not work out, we want to be solidified in what we talking about. We want to have all the facts about what's going on. We don't want to, I know it's going to be impossible to get everybody in the same room. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, I understand that a conference call more than likely at this point is not going to go forth. You understand what I'm saying? So I gotta like this is one of those situations where if anybody got to have a little common sense, it's got to be me
Hmm.
before I contribute something to it that makes the situation worse. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It does make
But,
sense.
but
And
the,
I respect the fact that she's always had a cordial, ongoing relationship with the family so that your son could still have that connection with
Right.
the other side of his family. And I appreciate that. That's all fine, well, and good. Here's my problem. If I have a granddaughter who told me, just straight told me, she wanted me to kill her daddy. Just killing. No holds barred, nothing. Just killing. Okay? Do you think I just let that shit slide and didn't say anything to the parent, the other parent, so they know about this? Can I come and live with you, Grandma? You cannot. Let me talk to your mama and your daddy and find out what's going on.
I
I
get that.
love you tremendously. But what I'm not getting ready to do is bypass that dynamic. I can't bypass that dynamic. It's unreasonable. Even though my kids have great relationships, I have a great relationships with my husband's baby's mamas. All his kids, grandkids call me grandma still, and he been gone for a couple of years. Still call me grandma. I would never let one of them come and tell me something and they having a problem with their parent, and I just say, "Oh, baby, just come on." That's out of order. It's not about the conversation that you have to have that's different for every individual person, Rush. It's about the conversation that, and it doesn't need to be a rough conversation. It needs to be the conversation of, I appreciate that you're willing to do this for my kid, but don't you think I should have been consulted? This is how I feel about that. I had no idea that this was going on. Relationship or no relationship, love or no love. You kick it. Kathleen is my sister-in-law. My brother and her sister are not married anymore. We still like this. But if one of my nieces called me to say, I'm having a problem with mama, we're going to talk it out. I'm going to find out what's going on. And I'm going to let them know, hey, I need to talk to your mama because I'm not going to have you come here and it be a whole issue between the adult part thing.
And see that's one of the things that I'm looking at. Okay.
and can I say something right before you even
Go
say
ahead.
anything?
And
Did
we got
I
to
hear
get Edith because we
did
sorry.
I hear you
You
just say?
fine.
I'm just making sure I heard correctly. Did I hear you say that they wanted you to pay for the plane ticket?
No, no. But
Oh,
no. What
listen.
no, no. What this is what
Oh,
happened.
God.
My
I just
family, from what I heard, then
mm,
told my baby mama, yeah, you paying for that plane ticket. Get him here. But it's like some gangster. It's sort of some gangster shit going on. And I'd be like, and this is what I be look, this is what really bothers me. I'm like, yo, y'all old. Y'all still got the mindset that y'all can deal with certain things. I don't know if y'all have the capability.
You ain't got the wherewithal.
You feel what I'm saying?
I do, because I love all of them. I love them all 56 of them, and the great grandkids too. But I tell you what, I'm not finna do with 56. Not finna try and raise nobody else's kid. I will help you as much as I can, and I'm really not going. I just can't imagine going there. That's
And,
hard for me.
and see, this is the issue that I have with it. This is what bothers me. I think I told Nate this before. I had an issue previously where my daughter, I think I said this earlier. My daughter went to go stay with a relative, and then
mhm,
my daughter was doing some freak,
mm.
I thought she was sneaking some nigga in the crib, and then they was like, "You gotta go." You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
now let's play that devil's advocate on the flip side of it. Let's just say that this wonderful kid gets down there and decides that he doesn't want, or he wants to try to, be a teenager. You understand what I'm saying?
He
And
already been a teenager now, but go ahead.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No, really being a teenager, like, cause listen. there is a difference in the demographics.
Oh yeah.
Indianapolis, Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Two different,
Oh, that's a culture shock right there, boo.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
it.
a straight
and
up culture shock for your
this is what I had to tell one of the people today. They said, "Well, we're gonna get him before it get worse." I'm like, "Yo, it this might be the worst that it gets. Like he
like
gets
how much worse
if
can
he
he
gets
get?
into another environment, what is that going to be? Like, how are y'all gonna deal with that being older people
You
taking
know
on
they're
this?
gonna go old school like our parents used to do. But I got a question for you, Russ.
I might have an answer. I don't know if I got none right now.
So when they
Like
first
this new
found
fact.
out about him doing this and finding out, I could let me say, if the coach had she known about this before the coach said anything,
This
you
I
don't know.
see,
Okay,
like
but okay,
this.
no,
This.
no. I'm
I'm gonna
just,
tell
it's
you
just
what
a
I was
question I need
told.
to
Hold
put out
on,
there
let me
with you.
tell you what I was told.
Okay,
I was told that the coach that caught him 3 times, right? Now, the conversation that came up between my family and the mother, and what came back to me was, well, we ain't heard nothing in a year, and da 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 da. And now all of
okay,
a sudden, he got caught up, and I'm like, well, yeah, I can get that because black folks have that tendency of saying what happens in my house stays in my house. So every bad thing that goes on, we ain't gonna just jump on the phone and say, well, he did this and he did that today. You
okay.
know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure the timetable of what's going on. I just know the final result of him smoking,
Okay.
allegedly, of this as being the reason of
So
why all this is
I
going on
got you.
at
So
this
with
time.
the timetable, when the first time that the coach said something or called him, shouldn't have been a third time. Because the first time that the coach caught him, was it brought to your attention?
I'm
And
telling you,
that's
I'm
the
just listen.
I got what you said. No, I got no, no, no. I'm just
I'm
this
just not
this
hearing
is just something I'm
everything.
just
I
throwing
just
out
want
this.
to I want to get
So
clarity for everybody that's tuned in the show. I'm just not hearing everything this
see,
morning
that's
at
the
nine
issue right
o'clock.
there. It should have when they first got caught or it brought to their attention from the coach when the coach caught them the first time for the because the last two times should never happen. It should have been brought to the other parent, like you said, when you co-parenting, even though y'all in two different states and two different cities, it should have been brought to you to say, "Hey, he's been caught doing this." So you, as his father, could have said, "Son, you got to rethink some things because what you're trying to do can destroy your future."
See, and this is the thing
What?
that somewhat drives me crazy the most.
Okay.
I've told you about my relationship with my kids in the past.
Hmm.
This guy, and I got to be careful with this. This is the one that I had the closest relationship with. Growing,
Right.
you understand what I'm saying? Then, due to her getting married, and she decided to move, didn't tell me. My people knew. They didn't tell me. So I was the one kept in the closet on that one. Once I found out
Okay.
about it, I was
I'm done.
I I, I dealt with the situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because there was nothing really I could do because I don't, I'm not paying child support for my son, so it wasn't a legal situation where I could say you took him out of the state without my permission. So it was legally because I thought about all that shit. Legally, there was you understand what I'm saying? So her relationship that she went out there for did not work. Now that happens with all parents.
Right.
Relationships work, and the kid has to deal with the consequences of whatever the parent does, especially when they're living under the roof. You understand what I'm saying? But what began to happen, and this is what I personally believe. I personally believe that when my son did not want to move, I feel that him, even though him moving from Chicago to Indianapolis may have been a better demographic, school wise,
Mhm.
and all that good stuff, I believe psychologically,
It messed him up because he was too far from his father.
not just that, it was just a change altogether. Friends, family, you know,
Yeah.
familiarity, you know, it was
Yeah.
just a change. He had to find his way, and I know my dude. I tell y'all how much charisma he got all the time. So I can see him being that, what's popping, dude. What's going on. Trying to be in the mix and possibly picking up some habits along the way that may not be positive. My issue is it better for him to come here in Chicago and adapt here with me?
How old is he?
16.
He a freshman?
No, he's a junior.
Junior.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
is it better for him to adapt here with me and this is the craziest part, to deal with a male disciplinary factor when he's so used to the female disciplinary actions. You understand what I'm saying? He's so used
Mm.
to his mother, his grandmothers, his aunties. You know what I
That's
mean?
that's what he's lacking is the male.
He's not used to that male interaction. And I know me. You come into my house, it's gonna be a certain way to be in my
Sometimes
house.
they need that. Sometimes at that time when they're rebelling in certain things like that, sometimes even though yes, it might be a little harsher, you might be a little more forceful, but sometimes they need that male figure to say, "Hey," because you can run over a female in a quick. Some females, not all.
Right.
Some
There's
boys can
that
run
part.
over some female. Let me phrase it. Cause my mama crazy. She was crazy. My mama was gangster, and she was a nice gangster, but she be like, "You she a crazy gangster." But sometimes you need that male figure to be a little more stern because some boys can run over a female figure.
And see, like, look, you know what?
Boop, 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 boop.
We sit here and we always talk about how we've healed over time on this show. And I've come to a question within myself. With as much healing as I feel that I've done in my life, and and the comfortability that I have right now in my life, right?
Mhm.
Is it a trickle down effect that he's dealing with due to the lack of love that I received, and also the lack of love that I was able to give to other people later due to prior prior pains? You understand what I'm saying? So I grew up, I developed, I got better, but where did my kids fall in the midst of my healing?
True.
That's what I'm struggling with now, because even with that, I'm at a point where I'm, even in dating, I don't see myself dating anyone to get ready to have no kids and all that shit. But now I'm sitting here wondering, like, is as much as I want love, how much healing do I need to go through to actually get it? Because I feel like I've seen glimpses of love. I've seen certain things that, beneficial to me, but have I been in a mental state to get past previous things that may never come up in conversation? You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
may never confront with the person that I'm dealing with, or losing a relationship with, going through the pain with, but have I gotten so numb to certain things that I might need to rebuild certain parts of myself?
That is a great possibility. Because
But that's
here's
the
the thing.
question.
Now it's not just you.
Hmm.
It's not just you now. And if you decide that at the end of the day, that's not what you want for your son, and you want your son with you, you're a big enough man to say, hey, I need help. You've gone through what you've gone through. You've healed to the best of your ability. But guess what? Your son has not. You have to be willing to take that step and make him take that step to do the therapeutic thing. And I know that's a hard step for black men in general, but it's something that has to be done. If you're gonna bring him there, you got to straight be prepared. You got to
Yeah,
be prepared. And I know that you thinking back down things that how could I have done this differently? What could have been done differently? Fuck all that. In all honesty, fuck all that. You could whatever you did, it's gone. Do the future. If he's a junior in high school and he's gotten kicked off the fucking football team, and college was going to be based on him doing football, and that was what he was going in on. Not saying and I don't know the situation. I'm just saying that as a junior in high school and you're not on the football team, are you ready to be there? You trying to build a whole different thing. That's something that you need to take into consideration. And I'm not saying that this show ain't your baby. I ain't saying that your baby ain't important to you. I'm saying this to you, parent to parent. Are you willing to do what it's gonna take to get your son back on the right track? Whether that's there with you or there with somebody else, because ain't nobody gonna treat your baby like you treat your baby. I could dog sit for you all weekend long. I'm not gonna treat that dog like you treat that dog. I may not feel that rolling around on the floor, tearing up my shit and fucking with my shoe. I don't like that. Nobody's gonna treat anything that you have like you're gonna treat it. You just have to make the decision, is that what you're willing to do? And if that's the case, are you gonna be that parent like what we had? Don't do what I do, do as I say.
yeah,
And I'm not saying you gotta stop doing anything that you're doing. I'm just saying, or are you gonna be that parent? Because I distinctly remember why I have to do it this way, because I said so. That's not an explanation. I never gave my kids that explanation about why not to do something. I don't do it today. It's difficult when you are put, and I feel like you've been put in a situation. I feel like you've been put between a rock and a hard place because that's your family
I
and
definitely,
this is your kid.
and another reason I feel that way is because, okay, somebody might be listening to this show and saying, well, why ain't you saying, well, why don't you, I'm gonna go get him, right? I'm thinking about, is he prepared to come into the lifestyle that I'm living right now?
Better question is, are you prepared for him to come into the lifestyle that you're living right now?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
with everything that I got going on, from the
right.
show to other shit outside the show, you
Yeah,
know, like, is this an environment? Because I've been living as a single man for a long time, without
right.
my children present in my home. I've raised and been in the homes with other women and their children more than I've been in the home with my own children. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Due to the relationship with the mothers. So this is a crazy thing, because even with hearing about him smoking and all this shit, it's like I'm not mad at him for doing shit that I was doing when I was that same fucking age, or just getting ready to start doing. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't, especially for shit that y'all fuck it. Y'all know me. I'm blowing a blunt right the fuck now. So, you know, even though I never smoked around my son, like that's one thing I'm extremely proud of myself about. Like, I never did me around my kids. You know what I'm saying? I was always trying to be daddy first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it was more important to be daddy than to be that cool ass nigga that got a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm so confused. I'm I'm so confused, because it's like I feel like I didn't hit a fucking a rock against, my back's against the wall, shall I say? I feel as if there needs to be some change, not just even in with what I'm dealing with my son, but also within me, you know. Um, and how to get there is a difficult situation. Even though, like, you see, it's easy for me to talk about shit that I know where I'm at on it, and I get on the show and I talk about it, but it's a different conversation when it's something else that I don't have expertise in, and I'm not, you know, that's not my lane. But I want to do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
So,
So
what's the most confusing to you about about this whole situation, Russ?
I to be honest, to say what the most confusing situation is, I couldn't even tell you because I'm confused all the way around. You understand
So,
what I'm saying? I feel like
right.
right now I'm still in a state of shock where
So,
I
if you had one thing to pinpoint, so when you say confused, I'm gonna use this word. So, what is the one thing that you're the most afraid of that you feel like if you did this or had to do this, what's the most thing that you would be afraid that would happen?
I don't know.
Are you afraid that if you allow him to so I'm gonna use this as an example. If he was to come to stay with you, are you afraid that the situation would become worse or you wouldn't know how to handle the situation altogether as a whole?
Probably both. That's a combination. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be like for me to say that it's a situation that I couldn't handle would be a situation that is something that I'm uncomfortable with, and like it's all tied in together for me with
Mhm.
with what you
You're
gave.
so used to being in a comfort zone. Sometimes this is to take you out of your sometimes you have to come out of your comfort zone to grow as a person. Sometimes being in your comfort zone, you like I'm mellow, I'm here, I'm in my zone. I ain't got to worry about
In the
nothing is
bubble.
going to like you say you in that bubble. But sometimes you have to be take the greatest people of all times have had to be challenged and taken out of a comfort zone. When you get into that comfort zone, you're stagnant. You have to be taken sometimes out of your comfort zone for you to grow. That's the
I,
only
listen,
way. I understand, but sometimes some things that are
I
scary
agree. No, I'm
is the
saying I
best
agree with
thing.
you. I completely agree with you because I'm telling you, in the last month, I have felt the walls
That's
like it's
anxiety.
closing in on me. So I know that it's
Mm,
it's a time for change. It's
Mhm.
figuring out what the change is and how to go about that change. Because just saying a change does, I want to make the right change. Just a change could, just making a decision might not be the right decision. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to make the right decision, and even though it's not going to be a thing that it's going to be easy all the way through. You understand what I'm saying?
mhm.
I
Mhm.
understand that from the get go. So don't look at what I'm saying as I'm looking for the easy way out.
Oh no,
I'm
I wasn't thinking that. I'm just saying sometimes us being in our comfort zones and to say I don't know if I can do this or you're scared. Being afraid is there's nothing wrong with being afraid or fretful of certain things. Sometimes that can get you through the greatest things in life.
Right.
Sometimes
And
being
that's
afraid to do
yeah.
certain things bring you to your greatest moments in life, Bill.
you
Right.
know what?
Because you being uncomfortable, this is something that I learned over time. If you don't make yourself uncomfortable, the uncomfortable part is what brings the change. If you're
Mhm.
never uncomfortable, you will never grow as a person. Whether
Mhm.
it's being a father, whether it's being a showcaster, whether it's being a teacher, whether it's being a musician, whatever it is. If you're not uncomfortable at some point,
Mhm.
you're not making any change. You're not moving forward.
You're not growing.
You're not
I,
growing anywhere.
listen, it's not that I'm afraid to make change. I think what it is that I'm so used to the way that I've been doing things.
Hmm.
Like prime example, even with the show, we get on this show and y'all know we shoot a whole bunch of shit. We talk a whole lot of
Mhm.
shit, a lot of flirting shit going on, a lot of playful shit going on. But I recognize that for a woman to be with me, she either has to be extremely strong and look at this and say, I'm cool with that, or I'm going to have to change if it's the relationship that I want. You understand
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So it's like this is a crazy because I've thought about all this shit. I've been thinking about all this shit this month. Like I don't know what the fuck going on, but I've been thinking about all of this shit this month. Because part of me is the stubborn part of me, and I think about all the work that I've done to get to where we are now. You understand what I'm saying? So part of me is like, fuck that. I grind. I went on fucking line when it was one motherfucker online. I fought for the motherfuckers to get here. You know, I fought for my, you know, and I'm this is Russ. But what is Russ gonna do when it comes down to the woman that gotta fuck with Russ and deal with Russ? And Russ gotta step outside of this show and have real emotions.
Russ needs to grow up, put on his big boy shorts, and say we got to grow. To sometimes, like you say, the hardest thing is actually accepting it. You got to go through it. You can't. You got to fight through it. Are you willing to fight for it? If
I'm
that's the
fighting
woman that you
y'all. I'm
want,
fighting y'all. I'm in
no,
a fight, y'all.
no,
I'm in a
no.
fight for my
Shut up.
life. I'm fighting for my
That's. I
life.
mean, you got to fight for it if you really want it, and that's what you want.
This is only
Marriage,
round one for
marriage and
you.
relationship. I know, bro. Shush up.
It,
Yeah.
Marriage
it's
and
only round
relationships is
one.
not. It's not a cakewalk. It's
Mm-mm.
hard. It's every day. You got to fight for it every day. You got to want it for yourself every day. I know. I go through it daily. I fought for mine, but like you say, you're in a losing battle if you can't. If hey, but I fight for my life daily. I fight to keep a smile on my face and go through life
Mm.
daily, bro. It ain't
Whew.
easy. Trust me. Seeing all this and putting a
You
smile on
preaching.
my face every day is not easy. You go
Listen,
through life, you waking up is a challenge sometimes.
yeah, I
Because
know what I'm
sometimes
feeling
you
like. I'm
sit and
feeling like
say,
I'm
I just
feeling like
wish I
Nipsey
never
Hussle.
woke up.
I'm
You
feeling like
feeling what?
I'm feeling like Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, Negro,
All my life, been grinding all my life.
shut up. But no,
Sacrifice,
but really, it's hard.
hustle, paid
It's
the price. Come
This
on.
is my thing. If you want it bad enough, you will do whatever it takes to get to that next
whatever it
point.
takes. If you
But
do
see, you
whatever
know,
it
I
mm,
agree. I agree.
mm,
I'm gonna tell you this.
But
I'm
you
gonna tell
have
you
to
this.
want it bad enough.
No, no,
You
I'm
you have
listening. That's what I was just about to say. Right now, I'm faced with accepting all the shit that went wrong in my life and then getting to where I'm at and saying, fuck it, I don't need nobody. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what happens to a certain point. When you go through certain shit and you at your low and you sort of build yourself up, you sort of build that I don't need nobody shit. Like, you know what I mean? I
and
trust these
that's
motherfuckers, they fuck me over. I don't need nobody.
and
But
that's
we
then
the
as
thing. You
humans
have
have that
that.
wrong mentality because we need each other to get through
I
life
get it.
because that's
That's
what you
what I'm
got to
saying
have that
though. I'm
human
listen,
contact.
listen.
It almost seems
It's,
like you
it's,
are accepting defeat. That to me, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You're
no,
wanting
I'm
to
not
accept
accepting
a
no
defeat.
defeat. No, 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 no. What I'm saying, I'm not accepting
That
defeat at all.
that I just said. That's what I. You
No,
didn't
I'm
hear
not
what I
accepting
just
defeat.
said.
What I'm doing right now. No, I thought you said that's what I was doing. What I'm doing right now, I feel like I'm a in a all right. The best way I put this is imagine a basketball game and I'm down. Or I'm down by 1 point or the tie
Game winning
scored
shot.
or the tie scored. No, but we in it's halftime.
The score is tied.
And it's
Okay.
like, what the fuck is the coach gonna say to the team?
Hmm.
Because what the coach says to the team can motivate or break the motherfuckers. If I come in that motherfucker and I down myself and say, nigga, fuck it, I'm gonna defeat myself. But if I go in there with and I talk to myself the right way to encourage myself to go out there for the second half
There you go.
and win this game.
You have to encourage yourself.
But not this is the craziest part.
Right.
I'm that coach right now that's looking at the team, knowing that I'm walking into the locker room and knowing I'm down, trying to figure out what to say to myself. I'm trying
You
to
better
coach
start to
myself.
coach Jesus.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, but see, one
Say
thing
it.
I
I'm
believe in.
just,
Listen, listen.
I'm
I believe in
Coach
listen,
Jesus. I'm trying to
listen. I
tell
believe in
you.
Coach Jesus. I believe in Coach Jesus. But I
Okay, well, you
also
better act
believe.
like you know.
No, no. Listen, what I'm saying. I believe in Coach Jesus, but I also believe that Jesus. Matter of fact, I don't believe in Coach Jesus. I believe in Jesus being the GM.
General
I'm the
manager.
coach.
Okay.
You feel what I
No.
mean? So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
gotta figure out how this fucking team is gonna win this fucking game. You feel what I'm saying? Like no,
Uh,
wait a minute, whoa. Listen what I'm
mm,
saying. The
Okay.
GM,
Okay.
listen, the GM
Okay.
put me in position,
Mm-hmm.
and the GM is saying go out here and play this game, win this game. He put me in the position. Listen, I believe this. He put me in the position because I already know what to do. I just got to figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's where the conversation of having faith comes
Okay.
into play.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what, if we're gonna have this conversation about Jesus and all this other stuff, that's where faith comes into play. Because
Okay.
I know where I want my son to be.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I want all my children to be. I know where I want all that to go. But I've got to sit here and figure out the game plan to coach. Because this is why I say I feel like the GM, I mean the coach. Because my kids, those are the players. And I gotta coach them to success. I can't just be the coach that comes into the locker room and be the Bobby Knight nigga and just hollering all the fucking time. I gotta
Hey,
holler.
hey.
No,
He
wait a
is
minute,
one
whoa,
of
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
coolest
whoa, whoa. Let me
coaches
finish.
ever.
Let me,
Okay.
let me finish. Let me finish though. I gotta holler when it's the right time. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can't spend all my time hollering. Because guess what? Bobby Knight ended up an old motherfucker with a whole lot of issues from all that goddamn holler. He won them fucking games, but his life was fucked up. His real life was fucked up. My kids are the game. I want my kids to win, and I also want to fuck around and be happy at the end too. Because I'm old enough to say the mistakes that I've made with my kids and the mistakes that I've made with their mothers, and I'm old enough to recognize that. I'm now. Guess what? I should be at a point to say, well, how are we gonna deal with the shit from now on, as opposed to making another mistake and then being 50, sitting up there talking about the mistakes I made when I was 46. See, it's a life decision. Like, come on, read these comments. I got to get to some other shit. Yeah, I ain't been to this
Understand.
show this long. I'm sorry. Mama
Mm.
Yoni got that look on me at the beginning of the show and said, "Well, who do you want to go first?" And she kicked all the shit off. I'm sorry.
Okay. You started.
You know,
Okay.
I
Um,
just got one thing to say
t-
when she's
t-
done.
go ahead, say what you got to say right quick.
Okay, Russ, I ain't, what you said was very true. But you can't win a game if you don't have direction from your coach or your general manager.
I agree.
So I'm gonna
I
need
So
you to go.
it should
So
be in
I'm
a
gonna need
different
you to go to
order.
your coach and your general manager, and they will give you a plan to work this whole thing out. You can't fight a battle that don't belong to you.
Give him the order I just gave you, Nada.
I get you. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I listen.
I just figure I throw that out there. Throw that out there.
Listen. This is one night I'm not going to agree with y'all on this particular topic. I
Well,
came
that's
to.
fine.
that's
Listen.
fine.
I came to this show and asked for your
You
opinion. So this ain't
And
no
right,
that is
right.
my opinion.
Now
And
this
we,
next clip, I got a whole different fucking side to me. We're gonna talk about some different shit on this next clip, but go ahead and read these comments.
So the comments are so Tay came and said, "Why didn't she talk to you, parent to parent?" Then she said, "And all that's nice, but she still should have talked to you first." And then this Marguerite is coming in. Hey, people. She's like, oh shit. She was like excited because she was like, what's getting on? She got to go get her popcorn. I know she did. Tay says, so she hasn't been communicating with you the whole time. That's not good, Russ. She says, I know all too well about how co-parenting doesn't always work. Marguerite said, lack of communication for raising kids is something that shouldn't happen. It causes a problem with the child. Your son will buck with you and your temperament going to go from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, which is true. She said that was a good question. What you said. Tay said there is no timetable for healing. The key is to be honest with yourself. In order to be the best version of yourself for your son, there are still things that I am not fully healed from my marriage. It's called shadow work, internal reflection to heal and move on from it. Marguerite said, but we sometimes know the answer to the situation, but the answer can be harder to accept. So true. Tay says, maybe this has been presented to you for the purpose of your continued healing. To move through certain things, situations come to us for various reasons. Marguerite said, for every cause has an effect to it. But my dad used to say, till you pay bills and you pay for your problems, you don't get to do grown folk things. Nay said it's time to pop that bubble. Jones says no change, no game. Tay says your feelings, concerns, and worries are valid. Two, this is your process no matter what anybody else says. Three, sit in your quiet place and once you have asked the questions, listen for the answers. Mm, my philosopher. It's Tay for you. Jones says you can't coach anyone to success until you are ready to coach yourself. And Marguerite said, and stop doubting yourself, Russell.
Well, you got to throw the Russell on the end of that. God damn it, fuck you.
Cause she
Cause
talking
she was
about you,
talking to
darling.
you.
She's like,
You
no, she came
And
with the finger
nobody
like,
else talk about
Russell.
their
She's like,
issues.
no, that nigga was like,
You.
Russell.
stop doubting yourself. You. Yeah. Thank
I
you.
get
Thank you, Nate.
y'all.
Thank you for put. Yeah. I can't.
I
I'm
get
okay.
y'all, and I appreciate all of y'all opinions for tonight.
We love you
Okay.
too. So just know when we tell you stuff, we ain't just trying to tell you just to go. We love you. We would
I
never
get it.
do anything not to do. We love you. We want the best for you.
Thank you so much.
We
Y'all
wouldn't
ready to
go
get into
this
this?
hard if we didn't love
Y'all
We
ready
you.
to
if we
get
didn't love
y'all
you,
ready?
shoot. I'd be like, nigga, whatever. Take your own, get
Right.
it on.
Next. I would
Hire
have
me a
left.
stripper and send me half a pound of weed, and then we'll be good. Y'all ready for this next clip, man? We ready to get into our show, man. I'm so
Oh,
sorry for.
Marguerite said I did it right. Yeah.
I got it. I got it. Check it out. Y'all done seen what's going on with my girl Monique and DL Hewley?
No.
No. What's
Oh,
going
you
on?
ain't seen that shit?
I did.
I
I've
turned
Okay,
off the
had family
news.
issues all day
Yeah.
and all weekend,
okay,
so
okay, okay. All right, well,
Play it.
they had a show. I'm just gonna give y'all the background before we get into this. They had a show together, right? And it came down to the fact of who was headlining the show. And from the video that we're gonna watch, since this video was shot, DL Hewley has come out with documentation stating that he was the headliner. So wait a minute, whoa, Shantae, we gotta watch this because there was some documentation that came out that DL Hewley had presented a contract that he had received the day before Monique had got a contract saying that she was the headliner. So my question is, who was wrong? The actual artist, or would you blame the promoters? Let's go ahead and get into this video, y'all. Check it out.
Oh, I'm so motherfucking full right now, baby. When I tell you my heart is goddamn racing, because I'm so proud. I'm so honored to be standing in front of you real motherfuckers. Y'all don't even understand. I have traveled the motherfucking world. All but when I come to Detroit, nigga. See, I've had people. Bitch, I know, right? See, when they called me to come play Detroit and come play the Fox Theater, and I ain't played the Fox Theater in over 20 motherfucking years. I was so goddamn excited. I was so motherfucking excited because I said, oh, a bitch is going back. A bitch is going back to the Fox Theater in motherfucking Detroit. When I tell you Detroit, y'all don't understand what the fuck I had to go through to stand in front of you beautiful motherfuckers tonight. Y'all don't understand the fuck a bitch had to go through to stand in front of y'all tonight. Y'all don't understand how to write a walk the fuck up out of here, but I said I can't let the people down of motherfucking Detroit. Because the promoters ain't ready me another motherfucker.
That's her first shot at the promoter.
I take pride in not fucking with nobody, nigga. But if you fuck with me, we gon' dance, nigga. We gon' do the two-step, nigga. See, I take pride, baby. My whole motherfucking career, can't nobody tell you I ever started no shit with them. That ain't what the fuck I do. My heart would hurt if I tried to bully a motherfucker or start some shit with a motherfucker. But what niggas had to understand about me, I ain't for that Hollywood bullshit. If you cross the motherfucking line, Oprah, if you cross the motherfucking line, Tyler, I'm gonna see you cool motherfuckers. Come on, the cool train, nigga. Choo-choo! That niggas told me, Monique, let go and let God. Let go so motherfucking fearful and just give it to God. Let go and let God. So I kept hearing this shit over and over and over again. So I said, well, let me let the shit go and let me give it to God. And you know what God did? He gave it right the fuck back. He said, bitch, I gave you everything you need to deal with these motherfucking goons. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley. I gave you everything you need to deal with these motherfucking coons. I don't fuck with nobody. See, tonight, I'm gonna tell y'all what the fuck is going on, because y'all know one thing about me, bitch, I'm gonna tell. That's why they ain't like me as a little girl, bitch, because I'm a tell. Bitch, I'm gonna tell you out there kissing Petey on the playground, bitch. You nasty whore, we in the 3rd grade, bitch. I'm going to tell. Yes, he pumped me, bitch, but nobody saw it. Oh, I'm gonna tell. See, I fucks with contracts. That's why niggas got a problem with me. If you sign the motherfucking contract, that's what the fuck it is. But they're so used to niggas fucking around with the contract and being nervous because they might lose an opportunity or a motherfucking chance. So they will redo the contract. I'm not a bitch who's gonna redo the contract. If you sign the motherfucker, that's what the motherfucker is. So tonight, see, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down to the Detroit, because I would feel less than a motherfucking woman if I didn't let y'all know what the fuck was going on this stage right now. So if my energy is a little different, nigga, because they got me fucked up. They got me fucked up. They got me fucked up. So the contract, oh, nigga. The motherfucking contract said that a bitch is the headliner. The headliner. Let me say it again, the headliner. That's what the motherfucking contract says. Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business, and I don't open for no goddamn body. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. But a nigga named D.L. Hughley turned into a bitch and said, I won't perform if she does that. Won't go out if she does that. Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga. And you think that I don't have a dick, that ain't my position, nigga. So when I leave this motherfucker, the headliner has left. I don't fuck with nobody, sure. I don't fuck with no motherfucking body. But when you cross the line with me, nigga, you have crossed the motherfucking line. And that bitch, nigga, has crossed the motherfucking line. See, we got a history, nigga. We got a history. That nigga went on a tour talking about all Monique wasn't. You can Google it right now. D.L. Hughley on Monique, all I wasn't, what I wasn't worth, all of this bullshit. And nigga, you put your feet under my motherfucking table. See, you came to my home, nigga, and you put your feet under my motherfucking table. I don't get down like that, goddammit. You got a bitch wrong. You talk about Young Thug, and because of their names, nigga, your name is DL. What the fuck does it stand for? Hey, how far you bending over, nigga, on the DL? You fuck with the wrong one. That's my family, nigga. I'm home, nigga. Motherfucking home, yo. I go all the way back with Coco in the motherfucking lounge in the back of the bar when they was cooking motherfucking fried fish, bitch. That's me, nigga. That's me, Detroit. I'm the bitch who did fuck a nigga in the car, but bitch, that happened so long ago. See, black women, let me tell you something. A lot of black men in Hollywood got a problem with me. Because I got a motherfucking black king. That's my husband. And them niggas can't understand it. They can't fathom it. It makes them motherfucking sick. Because at what time did black men start attacking black women? What kind of real nigga is that? That's a bitch nigga. That's a bitch nigga. What kind of real nigga would ever attack a goddamn black woman? A bitch nigga. I feel sorry for D.L. Hughley's family. I feel sorry for his motherfucking wife, because how do you suck the dick of a coward? I tried to play fair, bitch. I tried to play fair, nigga. I tried to play fair. We was on the countdown, nigga. 10, 9, 8, 7, check. See? I don't fuck with nobody. And as an entertainer, families are off limits. As entertainers, we don't fuck with each other's families. Because for me, that is crossing the line. See, I want to give you all a history so you understand a bitch's position. I want to give you the history, mama, so you understand. See, when I look at my wives and sisters, and she look at me like this, get that, nigga. Thank you, mama. See, I did this radio show one time, right? Because I'm thinking, this is my boy. This nigga ain't never had no motherfucking problem, yo. Right? This my motherfucking dude. So we on a radio show, and when we get to the end of the motherfucking program, bitch, did you program? Bitch went to England program. When we get to the end of the program, oh, they say, Monique, would you like to play a game? Well, bitch, I like to play games. So I said, sure, let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather. Would you rather? I said, fuck it, let's go. And then the sister Jasmine says, would you rather your husband fuck Lee Daniels without a condom or Corinne Steffens with one? I want y'all to hear the bitch shit this nigga that tried to put me through, y'all. Would you rather your husband fuck, like, nigga, what kind of shit are you putting over the air to your motherfucking listeners? That's coon shit. So be careful who's feeding your motherfucking soul, because you might swallow coon pie and you can't get the coon off of you, and it'll give you goddamn diarrhea. I don't fuck with nobody, but don't fuck with me. Now let's start the Bible show.
Okay. I want to see what y'all feel about that. Now, what I will say is this. Because when I watched that shit, I said I cannot play this clip without doing a little research before, having this conversation. Now, they have both provided information stating that they were the headline.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, with all that she just came at DL with, and she attacked everybody else, was she right for expressing that anger? Because listen, if she would have she said something about the promoters, but then she went on and started to talk about other people. If her argument would have been these promoters on some janky ass bullshit, blase Skippy, I'd have been like, she's 100% right. But for that man to provide, because guess what? When he came on stage, he really didn't say shit about it. He didn't say shit. His comment was probably 20 seconds. He was like, oh, what the fuck is going on? And he went right into his shit and performed his motherfucking his skit. And he also said how much he was paid.
And
he was like, you didn't get paid what I got paid. So the conversation has become, who is more of a headline name, Monique or DL Hughley? I don't know, because for me personally, from when they first were who they were, that was years ago. DL Hughley was on when Def Comedy Jam originally first popped. Monique, even when she did the show, the show
Parkers.
Monique, the Parkers, was what, 20 years ago? Neither one of them, in my opinion, even though they've done movies, the Preciouses and all that other stuff, neither one of them have done anything that when I look at who would I want to go see if I saw their name, like if I saw a Dave Chappelle show versus D.L. Hewley, I'm going to see Dave. If I saw shit, some more, might go see her. If I saw, so it's up to who the fuck you find to be funny. Just like music, you can play some shit that you love in your car. I can get in your car and be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" Like this is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has an opinion. I feel like she went too far. I feel like she was in her emotions, and this is the killer part. She went on stage before D.L. Hewley. So, who was the main event? Who was the?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna cut you off. It don't matter who was the main event, who wasn't the main event. The whole fact of the matter of it is she just kept it 100, and that's sometimes when we as women, we as black women, get down berated and everything else, and we still don't get the credit that we're due. Even though that everybody keeps saying Monique this, Monique that, she is keeping it 100. She not see. DL Healy would go back and do stuff in a different way. See, he's gonna do stuff underhandedly. Whereas she came out forefront and said, "Hey, look,
Do
this is
you know
what
that
went
for a
down.
fact?
This
Do you know that for a fact that DL is going to do some shit underhandedly? Do you know that for a fact? Can
D,
you give me? Wait a minute, whoa! Can you
okay,
give me?
but let me no,
I'm
let
asking,
me
whoa,
fin
whoa,
no,
I'm
let
asking a
no.
question
I
because
get
you
what you
can't
know,
just
but
come
let
out.
me fin. I heard what you said, but let me finish how I was telling it.
Okay, but I want you
So
after you
I
finish.
got what you.
I
I'm
want
with
you
you.
to I
I'm
want you
with
to
you. I
answer that
got you.
question.
I got you. Because my thing of it is, Monique has gone through so much and so many things of being berated and different things as a black woman, and black women all in a whole, with being not being paid for what we're worth, how much we get, and underhandedly saying, "Oh, well, you're not this," and still men getting paid more even in comedy, and it's still to this day they're underpaid. Even the greats are still underpaid by so many, because they feel like, "Oh, well, this is a man, he gets paid, he's funny at this," and you got some male comics that are not as funny as a lot of the women, and they still get paid more. And it's like, okay, you look at them, they're not that. But yes, I can truly say this. So DL has another platform and a different platform than Monique. Whereas DL will go on his show and talk about stuff later on, and on Twitter and on Facebook, and go Facebook Live, where he has done stuff like that, where he's not said, where they've asked him or said certain things, and he has later come back on a live and not said things out forwardly when people are in front, but he's come back on a live and say, "Well, this is how I feel about this," or his show. He's done that. Well, he'll come back and say, "Well, I saw such and such and such, and I was this and this and this," and go in on them. And he has what they call that groupie group with his people on his show that are his background people that laugh at the jokes, which are stupid. Because I've listened to his show,
Okay,
and there's been times where it's like, okay, you took it too far.
okay. I'm gonna tell you this. You just insulted every listener that listens to our show.
Well, that's fine.
No, because
It's
listen what
my
I'm saying.
opinion.
No, listen what I'm saying. Because on his show, he has every right to discuss whatever he wants to discuss on
You
his show. Listen,
And
listen.
you just
Let me
said,
finish.
but you
Let me
just
finish.
asked me,
Let me
have
finish.
you
Let me
just I just
finish.
answered the question.
Let me finish. I ain't said nothing yet. He has every right to say what he wants to say on his show, the platform that he puts together, right?
Never did say he
That
couldn't.
whoa. That has nothing to do with the contracts. The contracts was a promoter deal. That was something between the promoters. If she should have had a beef, that should have been a promoter thing. That had nothing to do with him saying, "Well, I got a contract saying that I'm the headliner." That's what that whole conversation was about.
I got you.
So I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. That he has not discussed other things on other platforms. But guess what? She decided to go on a fucking set with the same nigga that was talking about her,
That's
right?
fine.
Right. So guess what? Was her set designed when she took when she decided to take that deal? Was her set designed to talk about DL Hewley, or was it because of the discrepancy that the promoters had brought to the game that neither she or DL Hewley really had nothing to do with? Like, think about it. When you at that level of the game, listen, when you at that level of the game, it's motherfuckers doing work for you, right? Do you agree?
I got you.
That's why we got the whole conversation of the word promoter even in this conversation, because the
Understandable.
promoter is the person that goes set shit up. You know, that's the person that's promoting the event. It's actually their event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I promoted a lot of shit, so I know the disposition of being the promoter. So if there is a discrepancy in who I say is going to be the headliner of the show that I'm paying them for, but I gave 2 different contracts out, it's not his fault or her fault that I, as the promoter, gave them 2 different contracts. That's all I'm saying. So when she came out there on her tangent, regardless of if that's how she felt on the inside, I feel like she ran it and raved about something that business-wise he was technically covered for. Because guess what? Even after you went off and went crazy and you had the whole crowd going nuts, he came out and ended the show. He was the headliner.
It still don't matter whether he ended the show or not. Sometimes, like you say, it goes as is, and sometimes people can do things and say, "Well, I'm going to do this just to do this to show save face," because it could have been a threat that they said, "Well, we'll sue you if he doesn't go out last," or this. Like you said, you don't know what we don't know what happened and all of
That
that.
could have been
That
it.
they could have just flipped it on to say, "Well,
Listen,
we're going
listen,
to give him
listen.
more. Let's put him last."
Listen, as a businessman, if you have been booked to be the headliner and you have paperwork that says that you're a headliner, if somebody comes to you at the time of doing the show and they tell you somebody else is going to be the headliner, don't you have a right to say, nigga, I'll take you to court or whatever? If I'm not going out as the headliner, it's in paperwork. I have it right here.
Right.
So it's
And
not
they both,
on the,
they both,
that's what I'm saying. That's
they
not on
both, they both got paper, but
That's not on
and
who
I'm not
does the
saying it's
paper
on
come
him.
from?
But
Who
my
does the
thing
paper
of it
come from?
is, she said both of them had the same both of them had contracts. They said one was headline and he had a contract. Did she not say that?
No, she
Did you
didn't
not
say
say
that.
that?
No,
You
she
said that each had
no,
each
she said
contract.
I'm the head.
No.
She said
So
I'm the headliner.
So we
She said
don't know
I'm
who
the
had a contract. They could each have 2 different contracts.
No,
One could say that it went. Okay.
since that concert, listen, since that night, that's why I said I did the research before I talked about this shit. They have both presented contracts that they have
Okay.
shown to the world. DL
Okay.
Hewley's contract was sent to him a day before she got her contract. So whose contract is who? Listen, in that position, if I got a contract the day before, like that's right now. If Nada says I'm gonna sell Russell a car on Wednesday, and she fucks around and sells the car to you on Thursday, I got a right to have a conversation with Nada about what the fuck is going on. I don't have a right to come to you about you taking the car. I got to go talk to the person that I had the contract with. The person that brought me to the venue, the person that put, and DL also talked about the card when the tickets and shit. He was the headliner on the fucking ticket.
But we don't know what he might have said either. So
But-
for her to
but
go off, we don't know. It don't matter. So Monique had her tangent. She went off like she wanted to. She had every right to do that. If that's how she felt.
no, the fuck she didn't.
She did to me.
No, the fuck she didn't. And I'm gonna tell you why she didn't. I'm gonna tell you why she didn't. I understand your point, all of them. I understand, yeah, maybe she's paid less because she's a woman. I understand, yeah, she was upset because of the way shit went down. But if both of y'all got the same contract, from me,
right, I
the
got you.
issue is you can rant and rave all you want to. DL didn't do shit wrong. I'm not defending him because after that he went straight to Twitter and just went the fuck off. But what I'm gonna complain about and what I'm gonna have an issue with is you taking that shit since you're such a businesswoman to the set.
To the stage.
Right.
Because we as black people already get the ass into everything and we don't never get along. We can't never do shit. We can't be in a group. Yeah, the Kings of Comedy was great. So was the Queens of Comedy. That shit has nothing to do with you being upset about a contract dispute and taking your ass on stage and doing that shit right there. You and I don't know if you saw my face the whole thing. The shit was not funny to me for a number of reasons. That's not the place to do that. I'm
Mama,
sure you got a lawyer on
Mama, check
call.
this out though. This was the thing that I felt that was fucked up about it, because she went on right before him, so she went in to fuck up his set. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I
what
get
I'm saying?
that, and she was definitely wrong for that. But here's the problem: if you were the headliner, see, here's my thing: if they say Prince and Michael Jackson are coming to a show, how they gonna build that shit? I don't really give a fuck how they build it because I'm gonna go see that shit.
You're gonna buy it.
My problem is, I wouldn't have a problem with it as an audience person. My thing is, if you were that dead set on being the headliner, you would never brought your ass out first.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have came out first. And I get that she was upset, and I get that she wanted to rant and rave about that. But her husband ain't never no farther than 2 fucking feet apart, 2 feet away from my ass. You could have had that whole conversation with him and did the set like you were gonna do the set. It's petty, and it just brings back to what people say. She's difficult to fucking work with.
Yes.
I'm not taking nothing away from her as a person, an actress, a comedian, none of that. I get pissed off about shit too. But I work with elderly people at my job. I personally don't like elderly people. They can't hear, they can't talk, and they don't understand. And I don't like explaining myself. I don't like old people. But what I'm not finna do is talk to the old person and say, bitch, I don't like you. I don't want to talk to you. Because guess what? They pay me a pretty penny to sit my ass down and talk to these motherfuckers. If I got a problem with that, I'm going to do what I did. Hey, is there any way I can get unskilled from this shit? Do I have to do this? Do I have to take a pay cut? Because that's how bad I hate it. I'll take a pay cut not to have to do the shit. But what I'm not going to do is be like, you know what? Damn, you get on my motherfucking nerves. No, I'm not going to do that.
Listen, this is where I disagree with. I mean, not disagree, but this is where I feel like when she came out and she mentioned the promoter being janky,
she should have ran with that.
I could have took that shit, and she just should have. Listen. If you listen to what she said, she started talking about Steve Harvey. She started talking about she went down a rant of all these people that she has a personal issue with, that was not part of her set at all,
and nothing to do with the whole issue. That's what I'm saying. That's why we always constantly getting billed as the mad black woman. I'm upset about it, frustrated about it, because she just defined it once again. Every time we think we get to a level of decorum where we are not the angry black woman, it's another angry black woman to make us the angry black woman again. I know she got an attorney because she just didn't sign a contract herself. I'm not saying she's stupid, but you're a business person. You would have to have an attorney. Here's my question. How was the contract written? And it really don't matter because you didn't address the motherfucker that fucked up. You addressed somebody that was in the same position and had the same problem that you got. Now, what would have been cool is when y'all noticed this problem, got together and said, hey, what you going to do if don't neither one of us go on? Whose lawyer you want to talk to first? Because you didn't breach the contract at that point.
Or you got to renegotiate this contract.
And right now.
You gotta hit. There was so many different ways, exactly. And that's why I'm looking at it business wise.
Right.
I'm like, yo, you said it up here, and you talked about, and this is what I heard from one of the other bloggers that I watched today. They said, man, this is Monique's like comeback, right? She's supposed to be on tour trying to make a comeback, right? For this to be the first thing that everybody's talking about, you just shot yourself in the foot with the money, because guess what? You already fucked up with Netflix. Netflix ain't fucking with you. HBO ain't really fucking with you. So all the shit that you're doing is like personal shit that you investing in, or you getting somebody investing in, and you putting out a DVD and somebody, we got to go find that shit. It's not being pushed on a scale where you can go to your Netflix and then they just got that shit popped up and you're like, oh, well, let me see this.
Right. And see, then the other problem with that is now you're being billed as difficult to work with.
Facts.
You're also having a problem with Lee Daniels. You got problem. You ran down the list of people that you got a problem with, that you'll go see, that you'll fuck up. That ain't how to handle business. You pissed off at Tyler Perry. You pissed off at Lee Daniels. You pissed off at Oprah. You pissed off of every fucking body about some shit that you said. So here's my thing. I don't really mince words. If I hurt your feelings, I'll apologize on the back end. But what I'm not finna do is shoot myself in the foot. I'm not gonna say Nada's horrible at her fucking job. Nada don't know how to do her job. Ida don't know how to do her job. And then on the back end, try to call Ida and say, Ida, Can you help me with this? Because either gonna look at the phone like, bitch, is you crazy? Didn't you just say
Because
that
guess
I
what?
couldn't
The
do my
crazy
job?
part is that about that you can never say that because guess what? If they call my trash ass to come to the same show that you own it, you got to be not too far from trash yourself. If that's your disposition, that's what I think about it. If it's some
See?
shit where we got to pay money, come on, Ida, talk to me.
You mean Nada?
I mean, I'm sorry, Nada.
So I see both sides of this whole situation. The fact that okay, I'm gonna start from here. Maybe I'm just a little extra sensitive today. I don't know. But the fact that she attacked his family and then turned around and said that family is off limits, I have an issue with that. Like I
Right.
said, I may be because I'm sensitive right now, dealing with some stuff.
You good?
But yeah, and another thing, you made your whole complete set about one person and who you have beef with, and she better be careful while I think a deal is on the table with 50 Cent.
Welcome and thank you
No.
for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people
We got our phone line open now. I think we got our girl
participant in the conference.
Nada. I think
Yes.
Nada Shantae just hung up. Shantae, call right back. We just opened up the conference line. Please call right back. I'm so sorry, baby.
Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so she might want to be careful because I don't know if she's aware, but 50 Cent like to sue people. I mean, he's
Uh-huh.
still trying to get that 50,000 from Tierra Marie, and he ain't got that money yet. So she better be careful on how she presents herself. Me personally, I don't care for Monique at all. I I'm not gonna say her comedy is trash, but to
It's
me,
not for you.
it's just not for me. Correct. There's just a way as a woman that you should handle yourself when it comes to certain things. And I can't speak as a man because I'm not a man. Don't want to be a man. There. I guess with me, if I feel someone is attacking me knowingly, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna, lawyer up and handle my business. So you can say whatever you want about me because I don't care. Because this is going to be handled one way or the other. Yeah, I just didn't like the fact that she made her whole sketch about D.L. Hughley. That's just come on
But
now.
that was just an intro. I will give her credit about that. That was just an intro
But that
into.
wasn't even important, really. If you really think about it, I mean, she really didn't do any to me. To me, I felt like she just kept rambling on and on and on and on and on, and it got on my nerves where I just got up and used the bathroom and got something to drink. I mean, it just got on my nerves. Like that kind of thing, repetitive stuff just gets on my nerves tremendously.
Understandable.
It
Hey,
bothers.
family.
I think we got Shantae on the line. Shantae, how you doing, baby?
Hey, hey, hey.
Talk to
Y'all
me.
made me take a break from work.
What
I
you,
got to say something.
what you feel?
Okay, so I saw when this story first kind of came up, and watching a few different commentators, few different videos. Yes, I saw her act. This is my issue. My issue is when everything started coming out. There was confusion about the contract. Yep, somebody messed up. Somebody on the legal side with the paperwork really jacked this up. Whole big confusion. I have an issue with some of what DL said. He said stuff like, how she thinks she a headliner, she ain't no Dave Chappelle. I can see why they said she was difficult. And then he bring up the Lee Daniels. Now Lee Daniels and already came out and apologized. He said he was wrong, whatever. All that's been straightened out. I
Right.
don't understand why he had to go there because she spent all that time trying to come out of it. And the reason I bring that up is because with all that running of your mouth and going all the way back to that, he triggered her, is my opinion. So yeah, we could say, well, why she had to go in and say all that, but you coming out your mouth, basically, I feel like personally, this is just my opinion. I feel like you insulted her, like she still ain't no whatever. She still really ain't that good. You didn't even have to go there. Just say, you know what? I don't know what happened. This is the problem. We don't know who told. When they said it was a last minute change, right?
But
It's like, okay. And he goes, well, against my better judgment, my team said that I should just go ahead and go with the change. Well, if that was against your better judgment, why didn't you just keep it the way it was and say it's cool? I'll just, I'll go on and go out and
okay,
let her do whatever. If it was against your, because those are his words, if it was
hold
against
on.
your better judgment,
Let me.
I just don't understand. I just kind of feel like he kind of came out with the insult and she kind of responded in
But see,
kind. That's
no,
how I look at it.
no. But if you look at it though, his responses was not until after he came off stage.
He was
Those
already on Twitter.
no. He didn't. But the time that he posted that shit, it wasn't until after the show. I'm telling you, if you look at the timestamps on that, he posted that after the show. We heard
Okay.
about it a little bit later, and then we sort of, like, because even now I'm sort of finding out shit. But no, what you're talking about, because I saw that was time posted after the show. So that's after she done went on stage and ripped him a new asshole in front of a audience that came to see them both. Because guess what? In a show like that, right? Shantae, you are an artist, right? Have you done shows
Mm-hmm.
that people have come to see you and they didn't really come to see nobody else? They just came to see you to support you?
Sure.
Okay. Imagine if you were to go to do a show and who was gonna go first and all that other shit, because I know that shit happens all the time. I've thrown shows. I got to deal with who gonna go first, who showed up late, and all that other bullshit. So
Right.
if it comes down to it, if you on a show with that you're contracted to do, and you're going to do the show, and another artist comes out before you, right before you, and they shit on you before you come on stage, wouldn't you feel like if I didn't say nothing during the show, I got every right to say something after the show on my own personal page, and you feel what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not saying he doesn't have a right. I'm not saying he doesn't have a right. I think, well, and I'll say this too, because being in fairness, because nobody knows the dialogue that happened before she came out on stage.
facts.
So that's I got to put that out there. I guess like I said, I guess for me, with everything that she has gone through, I think right, wrong, or indifferent, I just think she got triggered. And when she made the comment about, black women getting attacked, it's like, okay, even because my thing is this: even if the promoters made a mistake, why? Even if you had delayed the show, I don't know. I don't care if you delayed the show 45 minutes. Y'all couldn't straighten that shit out before either one of them went out
That's
there.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
was this on purpose?
That's what I'm
Was
saying.
was y'all trying to start some shit? Like, it's for me, it's a lot of questions. But because she has been through so much, and she's fought her way back from everybody just saying she wasn't nothing, and
But
she was
listen,
crazy, and she needs to sit down,
let
and
me
she needs
ask
to
you a
shut up.
question, Shantae.
I just felt like she
Shantae,
was tripping.
let me ask you a question though. In all actuality, you've been through things, right?
Sure.
I've been through things, right?
Mhm.
So, is it all right because me and you have a personal discrepancy for me to come on? Like, let's just say, for instance, me and you've had issues with the show before, right?
Mhm.
Would it have been cool for me to come on the show after and just be like, well, fuck, this what happened between me and Shantae, and splurt my whole side of the shit out without talking to you first?
I hear what you're saying with that,
You
and
feel what
we
I'm
don't
saying?
know that they didn't talk.
And that's what I'm
Excuse
saying.
me.
And then at this point in the game, if we both went somewhere to be the headliner, right? And guess what? The
Yeah.
headliner is the headliner. We can't dispute who the headliner is. That's who the people view to be the motherfucker that the show is about, right? So
Yeah.
if we both came to something and the promoter fucked up our shit, I'm not supposed to be hollering at you. Me and you supposed to be together even if we disagree with other things outside of that, even if I've said, like even if I've said certain shit to you and or you said certain shit about me online, if we both went to a contract with one promoter and the promoter has fucked up both of our contracts, we got a right to go to that motherfucker together.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I'm not
As
disagreeing with that at all.
opposed
I
to
think
going
there's
on
too much history between them.
You see what I'm saying? To me, that's where the history didn't, because if the history was that deep, I'm real personal. If I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna go on stage with them. I'm not gonna take no show with them. Like, I swear to God,
I mean, we don't know what that money look like. And for me too, the other thing, and I'm always going to say this because we had this conversation. We've had this conversation with celebrities. I can always say what I would or wouldn't do, but I'm not in the spotlight. So obviously, it's going to be on the outside of me. So, like I said, it's just for me what I saw from what she was saying and how she was performing. To me, it just looked like a woman, right, wrong, or indifferent. It just looked like a woman to me that was just like, I'm tired of motherfuckers fucking with my shit. And she just kind of, let me let this out. Like I said, everybody gonna have their take on it. That's just how it looked like to me. And like I said, I didn't appreciate, even though it was after the fact, I still didn't appreciate what DL said. I felt like
he was defending himself. Like
I felt like
come on, man, come on.
I guess maybe it was the way he put it. Like it just didn't hit my ear right. But again,
think about it on this level. Think about it on this level. Think about it if.
And it won't matter what you say about it. I just didn't like what he said.
No. Listen what I'm about to say. Let's play devil's advocate, and then I want to bring Mommy on in here. Let's just say you are DL and you went into that contract just like, yo, I'm just supposed to be the last person, and you disputed that. Your people disputed that. You know what I'm saying? Like your team disputed that, all that shit, right? Your team disputed it because you had paperwork that was sent to you a day afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, my beef is not with you, even if I have beef with you outside of that. What I'm hearing you say is she's been through so much and she popped off. And I get what she,
partly.
You know what I'm saying?
Partly, yes.
But at the other side of it is, if DL, like I'm saying, if DL just got a contract and did businesses that he's used to doing business with, and he walks into a place and somebody says, well, we're going to switch and put Monique up last. He has every right. And you know this as an artist. If you get booked and you the headliner and you've been telling your people to come as you coming to town and you've been promoting that shit to be the headliner, even as a local act. If a motherfucker comes to you and says, listen, I'm putting you up third tonight, wouldn't you
I'd be pissed.
You be pissed. Now, question.
Absolutely.
Would you do the concert, or would you have a conversation with the person that booked you, not the person that they put as a headline to be the headline? Would you go talk to that person, or would you go talk to the person or would you be mad and go on stage and talk about the person that is the headline?
I don't think it's or. I think it depends on the person. And like I said, we don't know that she didn't talk to them. We don't know what was said as far as how it was presented, other than they said that it was last minute. So she's pissed. She's frustrated. They already got history. And now you got this powder keg.
Okay. From what I'm understanding, both of them talked to both of their management. And their management talked to whoever the fuck was pulling the strings for that night.
Okay.
So if to a certain degree.
So and that leads me to still back to that question. So if they talked to, so then how come they couldn't work that? I almost feel like it was done on purpose, and it bothers me that we still. And Mama Yoni said it bothers me that
I'm disagree with that. Stop that. DL is not that worried about a local ass promoter pulling a show in Detroit.
No, that's not what I was about to say. Okay. Let me finish. I don't want. I get tired of us getting pulled into going after each other for whatever reason. And I feel like the way it looks, I don't understand how they couldn't have worked that out before either one of them went on stage.
That's what I'm saying.
Which makes me question, did you do that shit on purpose? And we got to stop falling for the bait when it comes to this shit.
Well, if it comes down to who did it on purpose, he didn't say nothing about her on stage. Like if you go look at the shit, he didn't say all. He came on stage and said, "Wow, I don't even know what," and he went right into his fucking regular comedy special. He
He
didn't
didn't say
address.
nothing on stage, but she said she said he had said stuff before. Like I said, they got
Yeah, well,
ugly
guess what?
history.
Guess what? But guess
Again,
what?
right,
But look,
wrong, or
listen.
indifferent,
Whoa,
we
whoa,
not her.
whoa. Listen, the same question that I asked you. If you get booked to do something and you the headliner backstage, you might say some shit. You might be like, "Fuck this shit, man. I'm not going on. I'm not going on stage."
Absolutely,
That's backstage.
absolutely,
That's backstage shit, though. That's
absolutely.
that's
But
backstage
that's
shit.
me.
To go on stage, listen. This is what I have an issue with. She decided to say, "I fuck it. I ain't going on as the headliner, but I'm gonna go out here and talk shit to start this shit, then go into her comedy special, and then wait for him to come out and close the show." You made it. By the time he came on the stage, you got certain motherfuckers that just came to see Monique that just walked out the fucking building because there was a report of people walking out of the building when he came on stage. So you affected the overall show. You
Were they
affected
going to
the
do that
overall
anyway?
set. You affected the overall setting. If, like I
How
said,
do we know they weren't going to do that anyway?
no, I
I'm just
disagree.
asking.
I disagree. I disagree. I feel like because
I'm
guess
just
what?
asking.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been to enough shows with mainliners on it that when you
Yep.
get those mainliners on there, you there for the whole night. You enjoying yourself. You are drinking. You with people. You know, because guess what? You paid for that ticket. That ticket wasn't no $20 ticket.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
guess what? And I'm willing to bet before Monique or DL Hewley spoke, there were at least 3 other comics on stage that had people come to see them. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It was an overall thing. It was a show. Nobody got in tune with nothing behind stage until she walked on stage and blew that shit up out of proportion. If she was going to blow it up out of proportion, I listen. If she was just gonna go on stage and say, "Listen, these promoters is fucked up," and did her whole rip about the promoters, I'd have been like, "I hear you. They fucked you on who was going headline." To go on stage and to attack a motherfucker because this is what I'm hearing you say, because he defended the right to go on as the headline that he's supposed to be talked about. No,
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Whoa. No. I
because
didn't say it was
it felt
I
like
said because of
you
their
were
history.
justifying. It felt like you were justifying what she, because she had been through previous things, that it
I
justified
said
what
because
she
of
talked
their
about
history.
DL on stage. Come on, talk to me.
Because of what I'm saying is because of their history.
Okay.
Is I feel like it was just a bad mix. That's what I said. I think it was a powder keg. I think it was a bad mix. Maybe they never should have been on the same ticket in the
That's
first
what I
place. They
just
have
said.
ugly history.
That's
So
what I
when you
said.
put that with the fact that whoever messed up the paperwork they add all this confusion, whatever was said backstage to whoever said whatever, I feel like that was a powder keg because of their history
And
together.
guess what? And I
Because
agree
he has
with you.
come for her before.
And I agree with you on one level, because if DL had issues with Monique previously, and Monique had issues with DL talking about her previously, they never should have been on the same show. One of them should have backed out. That's what I personally feel. Because personally,
if it's gonna come down to all that, like
I'm just telling you personally, I'm just telling you where I'm at personally. If
yeah,
I
no,
was
I'm
to
saying
do
I'm
a
agreeing with
show,
you. If it's gonna come down to all that,
yeah, if I was gonna do a
if
show,
if we don't get along to the point where it don't take but a feather for us to go off on each other, why are we doing it?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially, and this is the thing that I feel the worst about Monique in this situation, because if this was supposed to be her comeback moment, you kicked it off the wrong way. Because I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Listen,
agree with that,
listen what
but
I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Because guess what? I didn't even know Monique was doing tours.
She's been doing them, but
No.
but again, I'm a fan. I follow her, but she's been doing them.
Yeah, but I'm saying for me personally, if this was supposed to be a move, because the way I heard this was the tour that they're doing was supposed to be a move for her to get ready to do something. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if that is the case, she just shit on herself because you just brought too much
No, I don't know.
negative attention, you know, to you. Come on, Mama Yoni, what you got to say? I can't hear you, Mama.
Because I was being polite.
Come on.
So if the tension between them was that deep, then I agree that maybe they should not have been together doing the show. However, I still feel like Monique being who Monique is. I mean, I like her as an artist. My thing is, she
Mhm.
just made herself look bad. Trigger, no trigger, however it came about. I mean, I just don't feel like it was the right thing to do. I just don't feel like it was the right thing to do. So, you
Yeah.
know, basically everybody is showing you contracts and they both got the same contract dated a day apart. Then that's a lawsuit type thing. They should have been able to work that out between the two of them and go ahead and do the show. She went
Mhm.
up, she started the show. She made the comment about the promoter, but she made it all about DL. Like DL did it. He
Hey,
didn't do it. He
hey,
didn't have shit to do with that. He got the contract. She got the contract. They both showed their contracts. Same shit, different days.
and guess what,
That's
Mama?
on the promoter.
Mama, guess what though?
What?
This is what
You
kills
know
me.
what I'm curious about
No, hold
though,
on,
and
wait,
then
wait,
I got to
hold
get off the phone. You
hold
know
on,
what I'm curious
Shantae.
about?
Hold on,
I'm
Shantae.
curious to see if more stuff comes out.
No, check this out. This is
You
what
know what
killed.
I'm saying?
No, if we're gonna talk about who the headliner was, if we do research and find out who got paid the most for that particular night, it was DL. So
It still doesn't
I've
matter, Russ.
never listen.
Yeah, yeah, but what is
Yeah,
the
whoa, whoa,
contract?
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Regardless of that, if
Listen, no, no,
if
no.
the
Listen, what
wording
I'm
was
saying.
wrong,
Listen, what I'm saying. With me being doing promotion before, I've never paid anyone the most money if they were not the headline.
I hear that. But what did the legal wording say?
No,
You know what I'm
the
saying? Like,
legal
what did the
wording said
wording
no.
say?
The legal wording was listen. This is the issue. The legal wording was exact for both of them. It just said he got his contract a day earlier before she did. So guess what?
Would she have
Legally,
known that? I'm asking an honest question because I don't know. Would
no.
she have known that?
No, no. So that's what I'm saying. Neither one of them knew that. We didn't know that. This is what happened. They had the show right. Monique, she spoke what she did at the concert. Somebody filmed the shit and it went viral. Okay. Then
Right.
Monique continued to talk about she was the one to be booked. Then DL Hewley presented some shit that said he was, first. Now, originally, they came at DL Hewley and said that the paperwork that he presented was not legal because his name wasn't on it. Then he presented
Oh,
another form. And then the form came out where the date was one day before Monique got her contract. So
okay.
guess what? If this is again where I bring it back to the managers of both of them, because guess what? I believe this is why DL Hewley went last. He had the paperwork to say I'm the nigga that's going. I got the shit first, and you paid me such and such, and you paid me more than what you paid her. But guess what? In the world
It's
of
all a hot mess.
promoting, the nigga I pay the most is the nigga I wanted to have there the most. He is the headliner. This is what she went off of because she was at her hometown. That she was supposed to be the headliner in her city. That's the way I received it.
She ain't from Detroit.
She talked about how she knew everything in that motherfucker. That's why she was talking about.
She definitely got a lot of footing here, but she ain't from Detroit.
Well, guess what? She talked her shit like she was from Detroit. If you watch the clip, so
But we
Mama,
definitely show her love. But
I
Yes,
want
yeah.
to go to Ida. I'm gonna go to Ida.
I love y'all. I gotta go.
All right, go ahead. Good night.
Bye.
Talk to
Yes,
me.
Russell.
What do you
Yes,
feel about it?
Russell.
What do you feel about it? I want to get your last opinion on it. We're about to move on.
It is what it is. I still feel like my thing of it is if you got two big people, yeah, granted you got headliners. My thing of it is If y'all are if you got two big stars like that, split it down the middle. Don't this headliner this headline pay more this. And when you got that problem, when you came with that issue, he should have went back and he should have just split it down the middle. So you know what? Since I have this in his contract and I did tell her this, I need to give her the same amount of money that I gave him. If he's a headliner, I got what you're saying. If I gave her a contract, even though his date said it was a day before, he should have been the promoter themselves should have been the one that stood up and said, you know what, I was wrong. I gave her a contract that said she was a headliner. I gave you a contract that said you were a headliner. I need to make it right and rectify this. He should have rectified that with her. That could have easily changed the whole dynamic. Not saying that I don't know how she would have reacted. It could have changed the dynamic of how she might have would have come out, but still, DL said some stuff, and people say things that trigger you and make you go things. So, like I said, everybody's different. Not that,
Y'all keep
but
saying
I got
DL.
what you.
Y'all keep saying
No,
DL
listen.
said
I
something.
and but
We
didn't
ain't
you
hear
just see
nothing
what I?
about. Whoa.
But didn't I just correct? If you listen, you hush and listen.
Okay.
If you would have heard me, I corrected and I said people say things to trigger you.
Okay.
I changed it. So before you go in like you
No,
did,
I was
let
about to
somebody
say no.
correct
No, what I
themselves.
was about to say was you said DL said something first
I
from
said
my.
people, and I fixed
Okay,
it. And I
okay.
said people
I
trigger
agree.
certain
I'm
things
sorry.
to
I'm
say
sorry.
something because we don't know what he might have said. We
It's the
don't know
liquor.
what she might have
It's the
said.
liquor.
We don't know what nobody said. So, like I say, he say, she say. That's why I think say he say, she
I
say
know
my
what's
name.
out there though. I
We
know
know
what's out
what we
there.
don't.
I know what's out there. I know who got reported first saying some shit though. I know that. I can tell you that. I know it was the same night of the incident. I know that. I can give. I can we agree on that, Nada? Can we agree on that?
we
Was it
can
the same?
agree.
Is what she is the footage that we watched the same night of the incident?
This is my first time seeing this, so I can't say.
So that was the first. That's what I'm saying. That was the first. That was the first thing that anybody saw of it because some listen. The footage that we saw was of somebody that was in the audience that just recorded it. That wasn't no,
You know
no.
some more footage out there other than that.
There wasn't no. But what I'm saying, it wasn't studio footage. So that was somebody that recorded the shit and recorded what she said, and that's why it went viral. So it was not a thing of DL coming out talking about her and then she defended herself. He was talking about it first. She went viral with it by going on stage with it.
That ain't what I said.
Okay, so I'm gonna say two things, and I pray to God that we can move on from this until just until.
So Jesus come.
I mean, whatever come first. I mean, whichever one comes first. Number one, I just pray she don't mess up this deal with 50 Cent. I'll say that one
Man,
more time.
man,
Okay.
that's it. That deal
Cause
might be.
that's
But
gonna
50 likes drama though. 50 likes drama.
he
We don't know.
does. But
No,
that
no,
mouth of
no.
hers was
50 likes drama. 50
I
likes
get,
drama.
and I get that. Number two, my thing is, and y'all can disagree with me all you want. Okay. And I know it's probably gonna be Eda, but whatever. I still love you, sis. If you have all these people who don't want to work with you, and there are some females who do not want to work with her as well.
Hmm.
I would think that that would be some time for some self reflection. Like, what the hell am I doing that these
Facts,
people don't
facts.
Right.
like
I can,
me?
I can feel you. I feel you on
You
that one.
agree with me, E? Thank you, Lord.
I mean,
Thank
I
you,
can feel
That's
you.
because it's a
No,
female. That's
Thank
because it's
you,
a
Lord.
female.
no,
Thank you,
no,
Lord.
no, 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 no. It ain't because of female. And I could, like you say, I can agree because I can agree to disagree because sometimes we all have to say, like you say, when you got females, we can be a little emotional. We can get a little,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that estrogen is a little high in the
A
room.
little,
Like,
Listen,
just a little, just a little.
just a tad bit. And she
Russell,
do,
What the
you
mm,
gonna
fuck?
make me
but
Why
yeah,
is
cuss?
but
all y'all doing this shit
I
and
do
y'all
feel
looking? Y'all wait a minute. All y'all doing this, but y'all looking a completely different way from what y'all doing. Y'all like,
Well,
all
I
right.
can go the way you
but
looking.
but my bottom line is,
I'm with you.
it to me, just like I said, it's my opinion. If all these people have an issue with working with you,
Common
it's time
denominator.
for some self-reflection, boo-boo. It is.
Common denominator.
Listen, because it's not always
Listen.
somebody's fault. So sometimes it could be our fault and we not recognize it.
Like
Can
with
we
Russell.
move on to like one more funny clip? Cause I need to laugh.
Russell's a common denominator in all of our arguments.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I mean,
big
I'm
clown
I'm
just
the
man.
man.
citing
I'm the
you.
man. I'm the only man on the show until my real
No,
It
nigga.
don't matter. It
no,
don't
it don't
matter.
matter.
Oh, shout out. Have y'all seen my nigga Big Carl? Have y'all seen my nigga?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
My nigga Big
What?
Nope will be back before y'all know it. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you. We talk all, we inbox all the time and shit.
Good.
I need to be better on calling my G, but
Yeah, you do.
listen, I'm trying to tell you, I stay on them online. Everybody be talking about me being online, but I'm an online motherfucker.
Yeah, got me
My
in
man will
trouble.
be back before y'all know it. I'm telling y'all. He's doing good. I'm so proud of
And
him.
I can't
All
wait.
right, I'm about to move on. I
We
got
need a funny one.
I gotta move on because I ain't think these two little conversations were gonna take up the whole 2 hours.
You took up the first hour. I love you. Now, see, that's what I had to get. I knew I was gonna get you. Come on, Russ.
Ooh, cause y'all
I
done
love
wore
you.
me out today. I need to go to bed.
Russell did it.
Shut your little young old ass up. All right, here we go.
Russell
Check
did
this
it.
out.
I don't care, bro. You always fucking. Why the fuck you recording me? That shit lame as fuck, bro. And I'm not coming back. Cheating ass motherfucker.
Don't you be cheating on him?
I don't give a fuck. I cheat on this motherfucker all the time, but I ain't never got caught up in that shit. So the shit don't count. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go. Cheating ass.
What?
She never got caught, but he did. So she done. Cheat nigga. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. He got caught. She never got caught.
Okay, Mama,
Mm-hmm.
you
Okay.
need to say that one more time, Mama, because I understand.
Yes, because I'm confused as
I
shit.
can understand if you didn't see it the first time and you're trying to, figure out what the fuck did little Russ play. All right, this clip is called "The Cheater's Cheater."
I don't care, bro. You always fucking. Why the fuck you recording me? That shit lame as fuck, bro. And I'm not coming back. Cheating ass motherfucker.
Don't you be cheating on him?
I don't give a fuck. I cheat on this motherfucker all the time, but I ain't never got caught up in that shit. So the shit don't count. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go. Cheating ass.
Okay.
All right, Netta, you up first. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
No, we good. We good.
Nah, nigga, you gotta talk about this. You ain't no we good shit.
I am
That
going
was
to
that was your
be
female species.
I am going to be Creole today. So I'm
I don't
still
think she was black.
Yes, she was. Shut up. No, we
Yes,
ain't
yes,
gonna.
yes,
I'm
you
ain't
will.
I'm
black.
definitely Creole today. So
Mama, we won't claim
um
her.
huh?
We won't claim her to be black.
Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Come on.
Um
Hey,
I mean they both cheated, so what she mad? I think she just mad because he put her on blast. I mean I still don't
guess what?
understand.
Guess what? We can't say he put her on blast because we ain't see no evidence of him putting her on blast. That was
He
her.
didn't put her on blast.
That was her. That was
Mm.
her. That was that nigga telling her to get the fuck on, and she was out saying, "Motherfucker, fuck you! You cheated on me!" And then the motherfucker said, "Yo, ain't you cheating on him? He don't know about I'm cheating on him." And then went right back into her motherfucking spiel of,
So why would you have to play that video, Russell?
um, um, because I'm gonna tell you, some niggas and bitches ain't shit. Now,
Okay.
now respond to the fucking video, nigga.
I just did. Like, if you
You know, you
like,
asked me a goddamn question. Now, fucking answer that shit. Why in the fuck?
wait a minute now. Who you
Why
talking
in the
to?
fuck is these motherfuckers out here putting out skitty
Because
scam
they
videos?
young and dumb. Because they young and dumb. That's why. Because they young and dumb. That's my answer.
Oh, that was a quick one. Come on, Mama.
That's crazy. So here's the bigger problem with this. It wasn't a guy with the phone though.
No, that was a girl.
It was a girl with the phone who was like, I don't know who the girl was. Was the girl the guy cheated with?
No,
Was the girl her friend? Because she seemed like
friend.
she was her
No,
friend.
that was one of her girls.
Right. So
It's a setup. Sound like a
these
setup to
girls
me.
is just incredible
Ignorant.
to me. Because here's the problem. If I got to cheat on you, you will never fucking know, number one. Number two, if I catch you cheating on me, then everyone will know. It doesn't matter what I did. I wasn't caught. I get her point, but she should have just got her ass in the car and left and not been hanging out with a girl. Because guess what? You look stupid as shit. That looked really retarded. Just retarded. You're gonna admit that you're cheating. Now, as pretty as you are, you'll probably never get another nigga ever. You that girl from World Star. You always cheating. Yeah, that part.
Who- yeah.
Just petty. Eater. You got your lips closed like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Open them up.
Because open them motherfuckers up.
Right. Yeah. Nah, ma'am. Open them up. Talk. Come on.
Whew, I just did that because what you said. Yeah, that kind of had me that funny face, that emoji you can never figure out what it meant. That's what it looks like. Yeah, she was stupid. You should have shut your mouth. You cheated. You should have never put it out there. Like they say, why men cheat? Why women cheat? Women get away with stuff quicker than men, but you were just dumb enough to put your stuff out there and should have left it alone. You already knew you were doing it. Go on and do your dirt. Do your dirt. Keep it quiet. And keep it moving.
Come on.
Yeah, that's every time, Shanice. That ain't nothing new.
You ain't missing nothing.
Come on, mama.
He just
I've
need puppy
already
back.
spoken about the stupidity of the act of being recorded while you saying I cheat
We
too.
we all have. We just need another video next.
He can't because he rolling right now. His fingers is busy.
Thank you so much, mama. You the only motherfucker that knows my heart. Everybody be on this show acting like they don't know. They've been on this motherfucker for 13
Mm.
years and
What
don't.
you trying to say?
All right.
Be nice, Russell.
He
He's
ain't
not
gotta be
gonna be
nice.
nice.
I want him. I
If
want
he
him to
don't,
come
if he
back
don't
here.
be nice, I'll tell him where I was this weekend, and he gonna have to fit.
Oh man.
I want him to come on. Come on in.
I don't know why the motherfuckers want to argue with me. I'm not doing nothing. I'm
And
just
nobody's arguing with you.
being nice. My spirit is good tonight.
Wow.
Dealing with
Oh,
dealing with enough things in my personal shit. But here we go. My girls like girls. Here we go.
My girl is like Ryla is a freak. Okay, you know the thing about it,
Oh God.
she it's been. I mean, early in the relationship, she enjoyed watching me sleep with women.
Oh, great.
You know, she did, and in fact, I mean, when me and her having sex, you know what makes her come when I tell her what I did with the last person. So
Oh, okay.
no,
Oh, so she's in the whole she's in a whole different ball game.
Absolutely. So let me tell you this. Let me make sure the mic is working, because damn it.
You working, mama? You working?
it's working.
Because
She came in.
I mean,
my girl, your girl like other girls, because you a butt ugly ass nigga, number one.
Oh my god.
Your girl come when you fuck other women because you not fucking her. I get that whole thing, because I cannot look that brother in the face at all and do nothing, not shit, not nothing. And she got to be in a whole different atmosphere. He got to be taking care of her some kind of way. He got to be paying bills or something. Cause if I was his girlfriend, I'd like girls too.
but they do. I don't know if y'all watch Couples Retreat on VH1,
Yeah.
but they have said both of them together, and she's gorgeous. The girl is gorgeous. That she has said that. Well, they have said that he is allowed to have one side chick per month. One.
I guess my definition of side chick is skewered, because to
Yeah.
me, side chick is the other one, and see, I got some standards to be a side chick. There's some shit that come
Absolutely.
along with that. I don't need to see you on holidays, birthdays, none of that shit. I'm gonna email you the bills. You take care of the bills, and I see you when I fucking see you. I don't need to know where you live. Don't come by my house. Pay your bill. Do what you're supposed to do. There's a side. There's a side piece book. They need to read the book.
And it's his culture. So why is she mad? Well, I know that. Well, I've read articles to where she was upset at the fact that he has not discussed the fact that he has had other women outside of the one that he's supposed to get per month. So he's been repeatedly sleeping with these women without telling her. That's from, the articles that I've read and just by watching the show. Even though I know it's scripted reality. I get it. But I can only go by what I read and what I see.
I can't get one fucking woman to act right, so I can't even understand having two women at one time. I get women that argue with me about me fucking coming on the air saying, "Nigga, hey, what's up, nigga? You talk too much." I be like, "What the fuck I do?" So I don't get it. I don't get it. But yo, I who do I want to figure out who I want to answer this next question. Oh, y'all know Kevin Gates?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this, y'all.
Yeah. Nigga just left the ocean, you heard me? All you old evil ass hoes, all that shit y'all had on a real nigga, you heard me? Oh, bitch. Bitch, I'm back, bitch. Hey, bitch, I'm 10 years younger, bitch. Bitch, I can eat a nigga whole dick, you heard me? I'm out here.
Did he just say what I think he just said?
He just said what you thought he just said.
Okay. I'm going back on mute.
All right, replay it.
Nope.
No, there ain't no need to replay it. This nigga just say he'll eat a dick.
Like that type shit. Okay. What the fuck just happened, y'all? Did the nigga just say?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Respond to that, young lady.
Can we pay somebody else? Like you eat it like you, bro. You just out there like you just said. You just said. You just said that you eat dick, you suck dick, you swallow spit. What?
Okay, y'all wonder what he said. Y'all wonder what he said.
I heard exactly what he said. He said I eat a whole dick.
Yeah. Nigga just left out the ocean, you heard me? All you old evil ass hoes, all that shit y'all had on a real nigga, you heard me? Oh, bitch. Bitch, I'm back, bitch. Hey, bitch, I'm 10 years younger, bitch. Bitch, I can eat a nigga whole dick, you heard me? I'm out here.
Not a half one, not just the tip, but the whole one. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm gonna tell you, that's what I'm about to tell you. That nigga said I just jumped off into the ocean, got out the ocean, right? I'll never, and I promise y'all, Mama Yoni, Eda, Nada, y'all will never see me get in any fucking levels of water because the water has changed. Something's in the water. Something I've heard that all my life. I heard grown folks say something in the water. Something the grown folks say, my old folks, something's in the water. Something's in the water.
Lots of piss.
Got to be in the water for a nigga to jump into the water and come out and say, you know what? I want to put a dick in my mouth. Kevin Gates, I thought you was the nigga, Kev. You fucked me up, Kev.
Nigga done lost some weight and he just went left.
He went a whole far right left. He in the whole left field.
All the way down.
The whole DL left field.
What we doing out here? What's going on out here? What we doing? What we doing? Yo, what we doing out here?
He said he's
ain't know what we doing, what he doing out here in the streets.
Nah,
Don't
because
worry about what I'm doing.
I gotta figure out between the weeds I'm fucking with. Because all the weeds is in a combination, and I gotta figure out the weed. Who the fuck ain't crazy? Who the fuck ain't fucking around? Fucking, oh my god, that nigga suck.
I'm not
y'all
crazy.
Y'all fucking with niggas sucking dick and y'all coming around in my house and telling me y'all want this thing. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
You can't take.
I got good grown man shit going on over here. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm a grown man over here. I do grown things. I do. I squeeze my hand so hard that you see my knuckles right now. The motherfucker's about to pop out my motherfucking because I'm a goddamn man.
And he talk about us being crazy.
Now I don't understand niggas talking about they sucking dick. I don't understand it.
He didn't say suck it. He said he swallowed it.
Swallow a whole.
He swallowed the
No,
whole.
he ate a whole one.
He ate a whole one.
Yeah, he
See,
ate a whole.
oh, this nigga
Not
make it
just,
hard on this.
not just the
Excuse
tip
me, I
of
don't
it,
even want to
but
talk.
the whole thing.
I don't
Right.
even want to talk in the microphone anymore. I gotta put it off to the side. Y'all just gotta listen to
That
me.
would be wise.
Y'all just gotta listen to me. I just gotta listen to me. Nope.
He
Yep.
he just went that came so out of left field. Like,
Mm-mm.
you know, when we ain't in the mood to suck it, it just be flying all around and
Put the penis in my face. No,
I get
no.
it, but no.
I mean,
Never been
it
my
just
first.
be like,
Never been my first bad night. Never. Never. I've never had a night so bad that I was like, you know what? Just smack it in.
Hannibal
but
Lecter
the fact
gag
that he
reflex.
felt comfortable enough to say it said
No,
it's
to
not his
post it.
first time.
Oh,
It's not his first time.
okay. We're about to get deeper. I'm gonna run
He
y'all
might
through
not
this
have
shit
a
real
gag
quick.
reflex.
Now, I'm gonna run y'all through this shit tonight because my plan was to come in and run the show, and I spent the first hour fucking around and telling y'all my personal life and crying and all that bullshit. I'm about to run through this shit right quick. Let's go. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit.
Button your shirt up. I just noticed.
No, fucking my nipples is out. Let me tell you something. This right here is why Russ ain't fucking with no crazy motherfuckers. Not whatso. Never mind.
What you get when you mess with a crazy ass bitch. This is what you get when you mess with a crazy ass bitch. I'm that crazy ass bitch. Don't ever fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. That's what you get when you mess with somebody's fucking heart. When you mess with somebody's heart. Look at that stupid ass Xbox, bitch. Oh, your Xbox is gone, babes. That bitch is broke. Everything, you have no technology, no anything. So next time you try to, oh, I hate the next bitch that's finna come in here. Cause baby, it ain't gonna be no sort of entertainment in here, babes. You better have that bitch clean all this shit up. Oh, babes. I didn't got the dog shit on my fucking shoe. I'm gonna clean it with this toothbrush. Clean it with this toothbrush. As I fuck.
Okay. I got a
That
new
wasn't
song.
no crazy.
I
She
got
was
new.
psycho.
Wait. I got a new song for y'all. Wait a minute. Go.
She's psycho.
Got a new song for y'all. I ain't gonna even grab my keyboard for this. But this is gonna be without the keyboards, without this is gonna be just vocals without the instrumentals. Just snap your fingers with me, ladies, right quick. Hey, I don't want no crazy pussy. Cause bitch, you gonna fuck around and destroy everything in my house, and I ain't gonna have shit left else but to think about how good the pussy was, but the pussy wasn't good. No. Bitch, you destroyed my whole life. I ain't got shit left. God damn it. I paid $2.99 for them fucking TVs because I bought them off the street.
Somebody mute him.
Mm. Bitch, did you open up my refrigerator and fuck up everything in the refrigerator? I can't even eat. What the fuck is going on with you dirty motherfucking? God damn it. Why is you sucking my dick right now? Get that bitch off your dick right now. It's a nigga watching this show right now, laughing and shit with a bitch that's gonna fuck your life up. Get away from that bitch. Or you be singing
Somebody
songs
mute
like,
him.
I'm sitting here with my life fucked up and they talking about me on fucking he said, she said. Cause I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Mama Yoni, am I gonna talk about their ass? What the fuck? She
I
fucked up
don't have,
everything that
listen,
nigga own.
I can't even condone the shit that she just did. Because here's the problem. Your dumb ass made a whole fucking video that you posted somewhere. And I know you tagged a friend or two who were friends with motherfucker.
We watching it.
Bitch, you would be in jail.
That part.
In jail. No bail, no getting out, mental treatment, because there's something wrong with you. Oh, come on, sir. Just because we can't comment on that bullshit. Just
I
play.
want to hear what y'all got to say about this. I just need to understand because there's a bunch of ladies that just watch the lady fuck up a nigga crib, and
You
some,
know,
some
if
ladies think that is the thing to do.
you know, if a dude, okay, prime example. So I don't know. I think I may have told Ida when I found out my ex was engaged on social media while we were together. There was a lot of things I could have done. There was a lot of footage. I have plenty receipts. I keep receipts just in case I may need them. The only thing I did was say congratulations. I pray for, prosperity and have a long and happy marriage. Goodbye. I do not condone messing up somebody's things because I just don't condone violence or any other type of thing. But there are other ways if you're gonna get back at your dude because he broke your heart. There are other things you could possibly do besides destroy their property.
Man,
Whether
I
or not
tell you,
whether or not you bought it or not, I'm pretty sure she'll say, "Well,
I'm
I bought the shit." No, just
gonna
okay.
tell
Well,
you,
you did, so therefore it's mine now.
I'm a man. I'm gonna tell y'all as women. I'm gonna tell y'all the worst thing that you can do to a fucking man is stop talking to him. When that
Not
man,
take the call.
when that man don't see that communication, I'm trying to tell you, I've went through that. I've went through that shit. Like, you be so used to going through what the fuck you go through, and you just assess it to be in life. But when that communication is cut off, that shit hurts. Like I could tell y'all that shit from experience. Like, ain't nothing like a woman. And listen, ladies, y'all might be thinking y'all slick by fucking another nigga on the side and still fucking that nigga and not really caring about the nigga that you fucking around on. Ain't nothing worse than letting that nigga know that it's over and you moving around. That nigga gonna be just,
Yep.
he's devastated. I'm telling you.
Yep.
I've had times where I didn't even know if the woman was fucking around or not. But just because I'm trying to tell you that shit is real. That shit real, G. Mama Yoni,
That's
talk to me.
definitely real.
Talk to me on that.
Yeah, I understand. Silence is not only golden, but it is very deadly. Um, my husband had done something that pissed me off, and I didn't talk to him. I wouldn't take his calls. He called none of his people's calls, none of his friends' calls. I wasn't taking no calls from nobody that knew him. And he ended up having a car accident outside my house where he ran his car into a light pole by my house where I was staying. And I'm like, damn, what was that? And go out there and it's his ass. And once I saw it was his ass, I called the police and went back in the house. I wasn't fucking with you. When I say I ain't fucking with you, I'm not fucking with you. You can't get a call from me. Don't like shit on my page. Don't text me, inbox me, email me from a brand new email. I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
But that shit right there is that's crazy.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Ain't nothing worse to a nigga than a woman shutting them up. Like, because I'm trying to tell you, the only things in life that I have never recovered from in a relationship standpoint is a woman that just I couldn't talk to her. I couldn't have that conversation with her no more because she'd made her mind up that Everything else for a motherfucker be like it's over with. I be like, well, fuck you too, isn't it? I'm like, fuck you. But when I be like, nigga, I want to say something to you, you be like, well, yeah, I can't. You can't catch over to me right now. Oh my god, that mind gets to spinning. Niggas be fucked up. Ida, what you thinking about over there?
All I have in my head is the song. It's a thin line between love and hate. And that's the key thing right there. You cross a woman the wrong way, and there's nothing worse than a woman scorned because you will feel the wrath of a woman that is scorned. When you cross that line of playing with a woman's heart, that's the worst thing you can do is mess with her heart. And if you say, well, this and this, and you keep playing with it, you're gonna end up dead. And that's the thing.
I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to just get this shit up. I'm sorry.
And that's the thing about people don't realize, and sometimes even with men folks is to the point to where you can't mess with their emotions too. Like you said, not talking to a man, not taking his calls, yeah, that does bother them because if you ignore them long enough, they like, well, what is she doing, and how is she doing, and what is she doing over there that she ain't taking my
Mhm.
calls? To the point to where they will come into your house and they be like,
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Just tell me that you're not fucking with me. Like like
no,
if
no,
you're
no, it ain't
moving.
even that.
No,
It
no.
ain't
I'm
even that.
trying to tell you this is where it's at. With a nigga, it's like if you're not fucking with me, tell me you're not fucking with me. You're fucking with somebody else. Tell me that because that's what fucks niggas up. When we find out that she fucking around with somebody else, but she was giving us the, you cool, but I'm
But I'm
just.
not even messing around with nobody else. It's just that you piss me off, and I'm gonna make you suffer like you did. You hurt me, so I know how to hurt you back.
No,
You did what you
I'm talking
did,
about
but
the
I got what you're
different thing.
saying.
I'm talking about on the other side when you're trying to be spiteful. It's you
Mhm.
know what? I don't.
I
This is
understand. I
what I
got 10
personally feel.
brothers.
Listen. This is what I personally feel. I'm gonna move on to the next clip. People can hurt you all the time because people are going to hurt you all the time. Your children, your friends, niggas that you don't like, niggas that you meet in the street. You're gonna always run into something that you don't like. Um, but how you deal with it and how you respond to it is a different conversation than the drama that came to you. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas right now that's behind bars that wish that they would have responded to something a little bit different because they weren't mature enough to deal with whatever situation came to them at that moment. It's a lot of people in jail, like we just mentioned, like a man or a woman moving on. It's a lot of niggas in jail because the way that the other person moved on. I'm not justifying the person that's in jail, but they took somebody through an emotional state that they should have just been able to say, listen, it's over with. I can't fuck with you. Blah, blah, blah. And nail that through a head. And if you're fucking with somebody else, say I'm fucking with somebody else. Don't have somebody holding on to because guess what? On both sides, men and women, there have been times that we fucked up and we've tried to make shit work again. Well, guess what? The person we're trying to make it work with, it may not work with, period. But if that person now is at that point where they're looking at you like the victim and they want you to go through something and they done moved on and they fucking with somebody else, but they still fucking with you just enough for you to fuck with them, no, then that's what I feel is wrong. What do you feel about that, mama?
I agree. I think that if, but also I agree and disagree. So I feel like if we're done, we're done. If I say it's over, it's over. But I also feel like if you aren't grown enough or adult enough to accept the fact that it's over and you still want to have to have this conversation and try to convince me or the other person that no, it shouldn't be over. I need to say this. You can say whatever you need to say. I'm going to give you that opportunity. But when I say I'm not fucking with you, I'm just not, and there's nothing that you can do about that. So I think you have to be grown enough to accept that. When somebody say, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more," or it's over, then just accept that. But what I get from you is how I feel about it. If you want to give that person the opportunity to say everything that they got to say, and be like, "Okay, I understand exactly how you feel." When you're done, are you done yet? Are you almost done? Okay, so now that you're done, I'm still not fucking with you. There's nothing that we need to say. The problem comes in when you don't say you done fucking with a motherfucker and you leave shit lingering. Like you don't end it all. You just not say nothing and keep on going about your life and they don't know that it's done. You sleeping with somebody else, you doing something with somebody else. Like tell them motherfuckers that's what you're doing versus letting them think that you still there and there's still an opportunity for them to come back. If I say I'm done, I'm done. Holla at you. Kick rocks because I'm done. But if somebody tell me we done, I'm like, okay, shit, you act like I'm finna be mad about that. Bye.
And I agree with Mama. Um, I'll give you the opportunity to say whatever you need to say. Let's get all this shit out on the table and let's just be done. When I am done, I'm done. Like you could stick a fork in me, the juices is coming out clear. I'm done. I am totally through. There's nothing else that needs to be said. I've said what I needed to say, whether it was verbally or non-verbally. I have said it. Goodbye. Have a nice life. See you later.
Hey, talk to me.
Basically, mom and them have said it. When you're done, you're done, and I'm done.
All right, check this out. Watch this.
Shit. No, you can't post this. I got a boyfriend now.
Confused.
Very.
Now you see how I tied that to the last conversation?
No.
Because people don't end one thing, but they'll lead somebody else on to believe something is it's a possibility for something, but they've already moved on. She's already moved on. She said, "Yeah, I got a man. Don't post this." So guess what? That man ain't thinking that his woman is posting anything with no nigga. He don't even think no other nigga is in the position to even record him filming his woman. Y'all feel me on that?
Yeah.
So imagine this nigga that was fucking with her saw this video. How does he feel? They may have been the relationship. He may have been looking at the relationship like the relationship is great. He may have been looking at the relationship like we going through something. I'm trying to work it out. But to find out that your woman or your mate, you leave it wide open across the board, is fucking with somebody on that level, what type of emotion do you, as the other person watching that, feel? Talk to me, E. You watching your man that you thinking is your man posted up with somebody else.
Right. I got you. Um, that hurts. I mean, because having that and going through that, I've been through it. It's a different type of hurt. It's a different type of anger. It's a different type of feel, and it's something that you go through emotions up, down. That you don't know. The main person you really want to deal with is that man. But sometimes you feel like this chick is in my position, like they know, and especially if it's somebody you knew, that's even worse. But if it's not anybody you knew, it's something that you got to deal with him, and it's just like I can't with you. If we're supposed to be together, then it's just that. But if you post it up and you ain't trying to be, let me go. Let me do my thing. I ain't got time to be wasting
We,
time.
we talked about this once on the show. The definition of love,
Mhm,
right? And the definition of love, if you study the definition of love,
mhm,
it's really nothing lovely about it. Long suffering, putting up with them all. Like if we, I can't even remember all the definitions, but all of the definitions that we looked at were somewhat some shit you got to put up with.
Tragic and traumatic.
You got to put up with someone to be in love with them. And then that made me bring up the conversation of how we start the show today. Well, guess what? If you got a kid, your kid may not do what you want them to do all the time, but do you love them? Are you ready to give up on them? And I think that in this society, that term of love is so misunderstood. We look at love as if I get into a disagreement with you and we don't see eye to eye, I can't deal with you. And to me, that is a problem. What do you feel about that, Nay?
Having gone through that, um, seeing him with another woman, um, while we were together, I felt rage, anger, hurt, disappointment. There was some bitterness. Um, Love is an action word. It's almost kind of hard to really define the word love. Um, yeah, yeah, that's just a very difficult situation, and it's kind of making me think about where I currently am. Um, do I? I don't think honestly, I don't think that I would be able to do that to the other person. You know, cheat and then post. I guess that's just not my personality to do it. Uh, any you guys know me. I'm pretty much a private person, and I can when I need to be transparent, I'll be transparent when I need to. Um, but yeah, that's 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 about all I had. Like that it kind of seeing that and then hearing you guys talk about it. It just takes me back to that moment where when I found out, and him and I, we did not have a discussion. There was no discussion. It was just pretty much he made that decision for me that we were done by him posting his engagement. So there was no conversation at all. None. Zero. Zero. So yeah.
Talk to me.
Well, I think I just finished. We didn't. I just finished discussing this with about me having that as mama.
I was asking your
Yeah,
response to Nada.
Oh, well, to what Nada. I mean, I feel and understand what Nada goes through. It's something that, like you say, you go through it and it hurts. You got to go through the hurt, but sometimes you shouldn't have to always go through that pain and dealing with it. When somebody's done, like you say, you haven't had closure, but then, like you say, oh, we know it's over because what you're engaged to somebody else, or you're married to somebody else.
hmm
And I think of the song of "Congratulations." I thought it should have been me. Like I'm thinking that we still in this, we just taking a break, and then you turn around and it's somebody else. You're married to somebody else. Yeah.
Mamioni.
Well, here's the thing. I cannot be mad at somebody for doing what it is that they want to do. Yeah, if it would have come out like that, I would have been hurt.
Yeah.
Too. Just hurt. It would have took some recovering. But like Nada said, he made the decision for me. There was nothing else that could be said. After posting that, just like with this picture, after seeing it, once it's posted, it's not coming. It's you can take it down, but it's still out there. Somebody got it. Somebody's seen it, and guess what? It's something, even if you don't want to, you're going to relive over and over and over and over again, because
Mhm.
you thought that this relationship was something different than what it was. You thought that it meant this to both of you, and it didn't. When you have something like that happen to you, yeah, you, there's a lot of shit that goes through your mind. There's a lot of shit that would have went through my mind. But what wouldn't have gone through my mind is this bitch turning up all his shit and recording it and throwing shit out the motherfucking window in an apartment complex. This ain't a house. And even if it was, just get your shit and go. Be done. But it's not easy. I don't agree with I don't agree with him doing that. And see, I think that was a punk move on his part. Now, you messing with this girl, you heard her say she got a guy. Don't post it. And you did it anyway. Did you think posting it and making her get caught out in this shit was gonna make her
Mm.
flex you? Did you think that once he broke up with her, she was gonna come running to you? That ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
Not at all. You can put yourself in a position where you made a call for somebody that wasn't ready to make that call. You know, people put on people what they think they can handle, and they really should just worry about them. If after a period of time we not feeling the same thing, we not moving in the same direction, you're wasting my time.
Mm.
I'm old. I don't have time. I ain't got time. And the
Mm.
way I feel right now, the way I feel about things right now, if we're not moving in the same direction and we can't accomplish anything together at this point, I don't have time. I do not have time, and I'm not going to put myself in a position to be hurt like that. I'm not nosy, but I'm. If you messing with me, you ain't got time for nobody else. Cause I'm needy as fuck. I
Yo,
need to go eat. I need to go to the show. I need to go shopping. I need. I want. I need. I wish I had. You don't have time for nobody else with me. If you find time in the day to have somebody else, or to get Kevin Gates to choke your dick, you a bad motherfucker. Cause I'm a lot to handle.
hey, listen, yo. Anybody been in my house know I live in a good area. But every once in a while, it is a nigga that decides to get stupid outside my crib, and they start they do that shit when I'm on the air.
Is he back?
I don't know who the fuck this is, but if y'all seen my face for like the past 2 3 minutes, I'm like, I'm hearing this nigga outside. So I'm about to end the show. So I'm about to go outside and tell a nigga like, you can't be outside my crib making noise like that. So
Just be careful.
no, I'm
Be
be looking.
strapped. You are
Yeah,
in Virginia.
please. You got it.
I'm very good. Over here, me and the dog about to take a walk and gonna make sure everything's good around here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight's show. Tonight has been a very serious show, um, very emotional at the first hour. For me at least. Um,
Mm.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in, giving your opinions. We usually read all of your comments. Uh, I'll leave it open to the queen if she wants to read the comments. But I love y'all.
We love you too, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Read these comments and end the show. I'm about to go outside right quick. I'll let y'all.
Okay, let's see. So we're gonna go back a little bit. Tay says we're back at the Monique thing, but I don't want to trigger nobody, so I'm gonna kind of push through that. Um, okay. Conda says it could have been done to trigger her. Mm, I don't know who responded. Was it Mama or Nada? It says, I think she does have decorum, Joan, in a lot of situations. Not all, but a lot. Just because they are all in the same profession doesn't, don't they should get along. Okay. I think they all should get along. That's true. Joan replied back, every time she is in the public forum, thing seems to go south. How many beefs does one woman need to be in? Hmm. That is so true. Shanice says, so Russell Rayburn, you gonna roll up on live. That's right. Shanice says that was going to be the grave with me. Not a man, not a world. Know what I'm doing. In fact, he rolling up. Shanice says is his culture, so why she mad? Shanice says also, but she's still with him no matter what she found out. She not leaving that bread. That's what we were talking about. What is I can't even Michael Blackson. I can't even think the Joker name. Conda said, wait a minute. Somebody said, oh my. Marguerite said, oh my. What the fuck? Okay. Shanice says, I'm about to go drink. I cannot. Mom, is that you or Nada that keeps saying whoa?
Not me. I haven't
Or is
posted. I
it you,
haven't said
Nada?
I
anything
haven't
last night.
said anything.
Okay, I don't know who's doing it through us. Conda says, wait just one damn minute. Conda said he done swallowed a dick and some nut. And then we said, somebody from he said, she said, why he looking so raggedy? Marguerite said, the whole eggplant. Shanice said, not even half, but the whole. Conda said, Lord, please help your children. Somebody said, Hannibal Lecter. Conda said, gag reflex on point. He ate it with a nice Kente and some
Chianti and some
Chianti
fava
and some
beans.
fava beans. Oh my God. I forgot about fava beans. Oh my God. Conda said shit. Well, Marguerite said, what did I just watch? Conda said, ah damn sis, she fucked up. Conda said, yep, Orange is her new black. And somebody said, in jail, no bail, bars Mama Yoni. Conda said she'd been better off walking away and not saying nothing else to him. Shanice says, period. Shanice said, boom, just be honest, but people not grown enough to say those words. Marguerite said, wait, what? Marguerite said, hell to the fuck now. Betrayed. Okay, my wound still has not healed from this topic. And I'm at work and it will piss me off all the way off. Be right back. Marguerite said she got to be back. Conda said, be safe out there. And we got hugs and kisses. And Conda says, love y'all back.
We all, I love y'all. Uh, sort of quieted down outside, so still at the point where I'm ready to go outside. I got my shoes on,
Okay.
got my work
Where's
clothes on. I got
where's
my
Killer at? Where's Killer at? Where's my guard
killer.
dog at?
Killer been fucking around, and I don't know what the fuck been wrong with Killer today. Killer,
Is he asleep?
let me tell you about Killer today. Killer has shit and pissed all throughout the crib all day long. He knows to go outside. Like he's getting to the point where you know how like dogs and shit when they're young, they don't know what the fuck going on, but when they get older, they hear like little sounds and that shit, and they start barking and going crazy. This nigga starting to recognize little sounds in the crib, and he's starting to go like nuts. So this nigga, every time I got ready, like he usually knows, hey, I'm letting you out. Get ready to go outside. Let's go. No, this nigga, I let him out. He would do one. Piss. And I'd be like, okay, you pissed in the right spot. Congratulate him. Clean up his little, you know, what he did, because he did it in the right spot. I'm not tripping. Then I looked down the hallway. I said, is that a big piece of shit? I'm looking. I said, did you shit on my floor? This nigga looks at
And take off.
me like, yep, surely did. Damn, ran. So then I cleaned that shit up. I let him out. I put him up for a few minutes and then I let him out again. Then this nigga pissed immediately the second he came out. I said, what the fuck? Put him back in the cage. Let him back out. This nigga shit on the floor the second I let him out. I said, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? I said, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? And then he pissed one more time after that. I said, nigga, this has been one day. Nigga, You have never pissed and shit in my crib this much ever.
That's what you do to my baby.
I ain't did nothing to his ass. You notice he been quiet all goddamn show. He in the room right now. I know when I get through with this show, I gotta. That's why I'm already ready to go outside. I gotta take him outside because I already know he's gonna do something. This nigga is honorary as shit. I've never seen a dog in my life as honorary as this dog. The nigga is only this big, this tall. That nigga acts like he's this tall, this big.
I think that you should work on your crate training with him more. I think if you leave him, you feed him, take him out, and put him in his cage. Dogs don't like to shit and piss where they live.
No, he don't shit. You know, listen. He never shits in his cage.
So sorry.
No, I'm trying to tell you, like, look, this motherfucker, look. I called myself trying to train a dog in the cage, but also make it comfortable for him, right? So I put his bed in the cage. We got 2 beds in this motherfucker. This motherfucker will go to the bedroom, sleep in that motherfucker all night. Come out that bitch and just piss the second he gets out. I'm like, yo, nigga, I'm trying to link you up. So I'm understanding that first piss because you've been holding him. Right? Then he come right back through. Look at me. Then he gives himself away. He looks at me every time he piss. Like, nigga, you got to clean this shit up.
How long
How
will you
often do
stay
you pick him
outside
out?
with him?
30 minutes. At
Do
least.
you walk? Are you walking him, or he's just going?
I'm
Jesus,
trying to tell you,
Jesus
I got a
way?
park out here. This nigga just goes crazy. He be running, going nuts. The
Too
nigga
many
gets all
distractions.
like it's not like I'm just taking him to a little spot. This nigga goes out there. He knows when we get to the park because he just automatically just starts walking in that direction. I take the leash off. He'll piss first, then he'll run around, decide when he want to shit, make sure he get another shit out. Walk around, watch him piss at other little spots, trying to. Motherfuckers be talking about he ain't market territory yet. I'd be like, yes, he is. This
Oh
nigga just
yeah,
be
he.
walking around, just be leaning over shit. Just like you ain't even raising your leg yet. You just leaning over shit. Just, yeah, take that, and he'll walk over. Then
His
he'll
legs is only about this long, so
listen, and then wait a minute. And then when I take him out, the nigga come over to me and lay on his back and just lay on the floor in the grass. I'm like, nigga, get off the grass, nigga, stop that, nigga, go pee. Yeah, I sat arguing for 30 minutes. I'm about to go
Yeah.
outside.
So
I'm about to
how
go
long, Russ?
right.
How many times? How long do you let him stay in the crate and then take him out?
No, he only listen. This nigga is a house dog. This nigga is used to walking through the whole crib. He only goes to the crate and shit when he pisses. And only like the only time he's supposed to go to the crate is when he pisses and when he go to bed. That's it. The bed shit, he got that shit down. He cool. He be like, "You going to bed? All right, well, fuck it." You know what I'm saying? I'm in the same room. Fuck it. Go to bed. In the morning, this nigga turns into a whole motherfucker. And then he sits there and fights my feet for like 15 minutes until I be like really on some nigga sit down. Nigga, what the? Then he just lay on the ground and be like, I'm like, this motherfucker's crazy. This
So when you get up in the morning, you don't take him right out.
I do. I'm trying to tell you when I wake up, I take the nigga out. Today was just a day he just said, I'm gonna piss all throughout your crib.
Lord Jesus,
It's like he was
Russ.
being rebellious today. Like, and then this will let me know that he knows where to go pee and all that bullshit. Today, I watched this nigga walk to the bathroom. No piss. Like, I saluted the nigga, like, good boy, and all that. That nigga walked out. I'm cleaning up the pee. The nigga walked out in the hallway and shitted in the motherfucker.
They're not gonna pee and poop in the same place. Yeah, cause she don't do that. She pees on one side of the yard and poops on the other side. It's I don't know why dogs don't pee and poop in the same place. I'm like, just
My
pee and
Spice
poop
don't
where you
either.
do. Huh?
My pit won't either. She'll
Yeah,
piss
she
in the
pee
front yard and she got to go all the way down
all
the
the way
block
around.
before she shit. Or if
Yes.
I take her to the park, she got to run around, chase the ducks, check, find a squirrel, and she'll piss on every little tree, every little branch. Even if it's not, and this is what messes me up. It's not even like a whole tree. It's like if the leaves and the branches fall off of a whole tree and
A
it's in
twig
the
and they go
midst
pee.
of,
Uh-huh.
she gonna be like, that didn't make sense. And she turn around like, yeah, and it's just gone.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not finna chase you.
And that's why I'm telling niggas. Niggas can't tell me how young a dog will start pissing to spray area. Cause
Yeah.
this
Oh no, they
when I
mark
take
it
him out,
regardless.
listen what I'm telling you. When I take him out, he got one spot that he pisses in every time. When I take him out, he just when he hit that area, he just lean down and just But then he'll walk around. He just because he ain't at that point where he raised that leg yet. He's still just laying me
He
down.
can't because they
He
only
not
just
gonna be able to raise his
won.
leg.
He's
He
still
not
just
gonna raise his leg. He
he's
He gonna
still
can't.
just
squat.
he's still just this little motherfucker. He comes in the crib though, and then the shit that pisses me off is after he does the shit, he just looks at me like, uh-huh.
Like, what you gonna do?
No, it's like catch me. I'm gonna run to the place that you gonna try to put me in before you put me in it. Yeah,
So after,
this
so
nigga
what
will
do you
take
do
off.
after he shits on the floor?
Listen, it's the thing about me finding it first. I look at him and be like, "Did you shit on the floor?" And he'll just look at me like,
Oh, you must have put his nose in shit, huh?
"What you
No.
talking about?" I do all that shit. Listen, this nigga so cold.
And you don't care.
Listen,
You a nigga
listen,
dog.
He really nigga.
listen,
He like I don't give a damn.
Nigga
I'm trying to tell you.
dog.
I'm trying to tell you. My neighbors, I be abusing this motherfucker, G. The second I grab his ass, he be like, "Ah! Oh shit! Ah! Oh shit! Nigga, let me go!"
Yeah, he
The
don't
second
care.
I put his nose towards some piss or some shit, that nigga does the same thing. Oh Lord Jesus! Oh, I be like, nigga, you got shit around your neck for me to zap you with. I ain't even zapped you yet. Your ass is just hollering. This nigga goes crazy. And then when I let his ass go and drop his ass down, the nigga just walk off like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the cage. That's what I'm gonna do, nigga. You ain't made me go to the cage. It's not because you put my nose in no piss no shit, nigga. I decided to walk to the cage. And
He's
then
a
when you walk
nigga
towards
dog.
his ass, he be like, no, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I changed my mind. I'm like, you was the biggest punk ass dog I have ever had. You the littlest punk ass dog I've ever had. Oh Lord. Well, the dog is
I
saving
don't
my
know.
my whole life because my relationship is with my dog right now, y'all. It's the only motherfucker
Okay.
that understands me, but it shits on the floor just to argue with me. I'm just trying to tell you. Hey, listen. This Thursday we will not be doing the regular show. I'll be at Joe's. I sit the shit out. I hope I see everybody there. God damn it! If you have not, don't think you're gonna get no tickets from me because I'm not. I'm not the hookup man with the tickets. I expect y'all to support nephew. Get this shit in. Y'all ain't seen Kimberly on the show for uh, goddamn it, 2 to 3 months. But her son will be at Joe's, and I will be streaming the concert. We will be kicking it. We will be getting live. All the people that are in the building from the show, I'm gonna sit there and talk to y'all on the air. We can kick it. Nada, you gonna be in the building, right? Nada gonna be in.
Definitely.
Yeah, Nada gonna be in the building. Yeah, I got niggas from my job coming to the building, so I got to try to get fucked up before I get there. Mm-mm. Lord, John. Yeah, that's listen, nigga. My boss is coming to this motherfucker, and this is the crazy thing. I know her nigga get fucked up, but I just be, my shit is my shit. Nigga. What I do is what the fuck I do. You tell me what to do and all that shit. We could probably kick it if I didn't. If you wasn't my boss, you'll never get mad at me and tell me you saw me at the club. Turning the fuck up with Nate ass. Getting drunk. So, Mama, you gonna be on the show Thursday? Because we're gonna actually tune in.
I will tune in.
Okay.
I'm not going to be there. I was in Chicago all weekend. I got there Thursday, and I didn't leave until yesterday afternoon.
Where my belt?
I was at a convention. What?
My belt. I think my belt is
G.
somewhere.
Yeah, I feel you, G. Nada, where's your belt, nigga? Nada. I put my shoes off too, G.
Oh, see, I like that. I like that.
Now, fuck all that. You like that shit? Ride with me. Fuck all that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was ready for it too.
I mean, I'll give her the Croc. I mean, they're soft, the Croc, so I'm gonna have to give her the Croc today.
Nigga, I pulled off some whole fucking Nikes. Nigga,
I ain't gonna give it a Croc.
I pulled off Nikes. They matching the. Fit. I pulled off whole Nikes, nigga.
Damn,
I got the Nauticas. Yeah.
I got Crocs.
That was
all of this violence.
Gee, that was mama. Mama, that was.
I woke up and chose violence. Well,
I was at Rowcraft. I was at a convention. I was at Rowcraft.
Yeah, you should have never said that on the show, G.
I was learning how to rope.
You hurt my feelings, G. You hurt my feelings.
Listen.
Yep.
Listen, in my defense, I had two granddaughters that had birthdays last month, the 8th and the 26th. I had to come and see my babies.
That means that's even worse. I'd have bought some gifts. So you're making it worse, Mom. You're making it worse, Mom.
I'm still waiting on my gift.
You're making it worse. You're making it worse, Mom.
Like my birthday got skipped altogether, and I got him a decent present.
Yeah, but guess.
But my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then my birthday was during Black History Month. Okay. On top of that.
Okay. All right. This what I'm gonna do. When's your birthday, Mama?
October 11th.
Okay. Be in Chicago. I'm taking you out.
We gonna have a birthday party for me in Chicago.
Nada, when's your birthday?
February 23rd.
February 23rd. That's 2026. We there. Nada, when's your birthday?
February 23rd.
I mean, Ida.
It's September 27th. Me and Mama are both Libras.
You might.
We September babies, remember?
Wait. Why I got to celebrate my birthday 2026?
Because your shit next year, nigga. February.
He mean 2023. You know he's slow.
No, nigga. I need to. I celebrate all year round. All year long.
All right, well, check this out.
Because rest is September, like me.
Check this out.
He a Virgo though.
I know.
He not a Libra.
I know he a big head Virgo.
Listen what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna show up for everybody's birthday this year and next year. You just better have something for us to do.
Nada, you say your birthday February 23rd.
My birthday passed already.
Nada.
You said 223.
Nada, you gonna be at the event fucking Thursday. So I'm gonna get you some drinks. Can you shut the fuck up? I'm gonna get you fucked up for your birthday. This gonna be your birthday celebration. Can you shut the fuck up now? Are we good? All right, thank you. So we getting Nada fucked up for our birthday this weekend.
No,
so if y'all in there, motherfucker, no, that's what I'm gonna tell y'all, motherfuckers. If y'all come to the show, please do not come to the show and not buy Nada a drink. Nada, what you drinking?
Patron and cranberry with a lime.
All right, so if y'all in the motherfucker, y'all walk up to the motherfucker and y'all see me because I'm gonna be right there by the DJ booth. I already know what the setup is gonna be. Just gotta make sure the sound is set up. Bring her what? Patron and what?
Cranberry
with lime.
Okay.
Lime, gotta have that lime.
So Nada will be doing the stream with me. We're gonna kick this bitch.
Nay.
So have I taken care of everybody that's on the show right
now? Of course.
Everybody that's not on the show, fuck.
Except for Tay.
I was just about to say that. Except for Shantae. Because this.
Let me have that.
This nigga Vance is working my goddamn.
Is it fleece? It's fleece.
Yes. I have another one too.
I'll take the music one.
My mom made this for me.
Oh no, that's okay.
I would have her make you one.
You don't want to do nothing nasty on nothing your mama gave her. That's what she said. No, that's okay.
I'm not doing nothing nasty on the. All my nasty should be on people.
Oh. And I'm just trying to do something nasty, but you know, that's neither here nor
I'm done with tonight's show, y'all. You know.
You trying to watch?
Huh?
You trying to, you back there trying to watch?
No, y'all are just. I can't with y'all. I'm gonna keep my
And she said it,
distance.
so I just said I'm just trying to do some nasty too.
Right.
I'm gonna keep my distance.
Why you gotta keep your distance?
Cause y'all bad influences. No, I'm
Who's
just kidding.
that? Let me tell you about the best experience I had this weekend. So, remember when I went to Texas and I was
Mhm.
prom queen in Texas and I took my wings down there and I acted a whole fool. So one of the
Yes.
people was from Texas was at the rope convention, right?
Ah.
Um, so he was like, "You look so familiar." I said, "You just don't remember who I am because I don't have my wings on." He was like, "That was you. You were the angel in the wings that I put in the cage." I said, "Yep, put me in the cage in the wings." The one I wanted to tie was, I'm like, "Yep, you gotta go talk to Leah about that. You can't just tie me up at your wheel." But the cage was, he was like, "You were so fucking beautiful." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much," but I gotta go.
Get it, mama.
Hey, you know, it just made me think about Mama.
What?
And I know this has nothing to do with what you just
Oh
said.
God.
But do you know there's a difference when you just want to fuck somebody in particular?
Uh-huh.
I just threw that out there.
Yeah.
And
Some
on that note, we love you, beautiful
Right.
people.
Because
God
Russ is
bless.
drunk as fuck.
I don't know
I
what is
ain't
in
drunk
that
the fuck.
cup.
I was just about to say no, no. So y'all talking about I'm
What was
drunk.
you about to say?
Ready to go somewhere else? No, I just said it's somebody out here in the atmosphere. I want to fuck the shit out of them right now. I'm touching. Y'all see, I'm touching. Y'all don't see that shit. I'm touching the cord because I'm like, I want to fuck the shit out of them right now. Like I feel fucking going through my veins, even though I ain't fucking. I know fucking ain't gonna happen tonight. But I just want uh y'all to know, as much as I try to get away from what the job is, until I get there, I want to fuck somebody exclusively. Hallelujah. Let God be praised. Take that, put it in your mouth. Let God. I don't want to put it in your mouth. I felt that. I felt it in my spirit. Put it in my mouth.
Kevin said he on his way.
Yeah, yeah. Good night.
You left that wide open. I couldn't resist.
I love y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
You
I ain't
set
never
yourself
heard
up.
Nate laugh like that. Oh,
I you
You're nutting on that stuff right now.
I couldn't hit mute quick enough. Oh,
you set yourself up for that one, bro.
I'm just telling y'all, I don't give a fuck about setting shit up. You know, sometimes, you know, I said this earlier in the show. What I have been dealing with is the show and what I've built and what I want. And I think it's okay just to let a nigga know every once in a while. The show is what it is, and I love my show. It's hard for me to get this bitch up. It's hard for me to change the topics and how we talk on this bitch, but I want to put something in your ass so goddamn serious. God only knows. Let God be praised. Hallelujah. Oh my no. Y'all wonder what I'm doing. That's the fucking intro to the show. And it's outro.